what they releases. I gotta play Tactics over.
Front Mission is next, less than 2 weeks.
How many people they got working over there? I can't keep up with their games.
Yeah, Dragon Quest Treasures is December 1st week.
My God,
and we are live.
Yeah, but where's that Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D at though?
I have no idea what that's at.
Question.
They announced that and they said nothing about it because I'm expecting that to come out first before the next mainline Dragon Age. I mean Dragon Age.
Echo.
Is there Echo now?
Not Echo for me. Well, sure, you got the stream open.
I kind of muted it.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
So there was Echo for me for a second. That was because the stream started and I had it opened and the volume was on, but I just muted it and it's fine.
Yeah,
that's good.
Okay, I guess Greatness is gonna join us when he can. He can get his mic situation figured out. Okay, let me make sure everything is good. Might hear an echo.
For a filler character, his catchphrase has stayed in my head rent free.
It really has. Like I've used it a lot. Is he a filler character or is he a DLC character? I don't know.
I say DLC.
He might be like a like when you remake and you add free content. He might be that.
Are you guys talking about a person?
Yes. he might be like an intergrade, honestly.
Wow.
I can't know that's messed up. Hold up. Why can't I hear anything from the stream though?
You try turning it on?
Let me see. Chat, you guys can hear us? Everything's good, chat, or nah? Or that's the reason. Okay, that's the reason. Hold on. Wait, yeah, of course there. What the hell's the problem? You guys can hear everybody too? Because I can't hear it. I can't hear anybody. Well, I don't see the feed happening to hear everybody. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, okay, I hear it. Okay, so we should be good.
Okay. We get voices in, unless of course we do a whole hour and then find out after that we have no audio.
See, that's something Q would do, and I know because that's something he did to me.
Damn.
I ain't never gonna let you forget that, Q. We had a great thing going, and he said I wasn't recording.
We still have a great thing going. It's all good.
Everybody else's episode of his podcast was fine, but mine just had to get canceled.
But here's the thing, though, right? You were the only one who got like special DLC content in that episode. You got to see someone that no one else has seen. So we good like that.
All right. For the record, it wasn't his wife, but.
Wait, did we make a deal and I showed you guys a picture of her?
Yes, you did. I do recall.
Yeah, so it's all you did see her. You know what she looks like. So
that boy Q's a lucky man.
Mm-hmm. I would say she's a lucky woman.
All right, let's not go down this route.
Hey man, high value men, they're in high demand, and it seems like Q is one of them.
So he's really the real husband of dreams, huh?
Hey,
exactly, of dreams, right? My missus got work in the morning, and she was like, "Baby, can you iron my shirt for me because like I am so tired." And I was like, "You know what? After the podcast, babe, I got you, right?" It's the husband of dreams.
He's gonna forget.
I am gonna forget. You guys remind me. You guys in the chat remind me by the end of this. Q, remember the Iron Lexi shirt for her because yeah, it's all good.
Oh my God. All right, I think we're set to start. I don't know what's going on. Greatness, fix your mic situation, my guy.
I fixed it.
Okay. Yeah, is your good mic?
Yeah, it's my good mic.
Can you hit us with a greatness though?
Greatness. Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, man. You got people telling me that you a DLC character, my guy. What's going on there?
I don't know about all that. I come and go as I please. I'm more like a what's the things like I'm a timed event.
Would you say you're a wandering gamer?
Oh. No. No.
Why?
They're slandering you in the chat.
Why you gotta do that, Blake? Why? I can see that. I already see the chat trying to slander me with their slander. They know I'm right. I didn't try to swindle her out of nothing. You know what, Blake? Actually, she did catch a Dawn spouse right after.
Oh my gosh.
But she didn't run into it.
Oh shoot, we got a super chat from Ricardo Belmont saying Dio Field 39, Valkyrie 39, Star Ocean 49, and my fellow money savers.
God damn, yeah, yo, that's all Square Enix games too. But the only game you got to worry about is Star Ocean. That's the only game you got to worry about.
Nah,
Actually, Dio Field is getting a massive update too. Actually,
actually, I got a bone to pick with you, Bao, but we're gonna get into that soon.
About what?
Yeah, about Star Ocean, but I got a bone to pick with you on that one.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, guys, welcome to HPMP, the JRPG podcast, episode 86. Been a little bit more than 2 weeks, but I still got us here. I still got us out here to do the podcast, on a semi-regular basis. When we got a couple of more before the year is out, and it'll be just like that. We are on Google Play, Apple, Spotify, even though I don't think the latest episodes are on there just yet. I need to really just go and just do that. But we got a lot to talk about. Some game releases, some issues with some game releases, some game rewards. Man, and I think we all got a lot to say about them. All right, let's start with these intros real quick. Bao, go ahead, man.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Bao, the husbando of dreams, the JRPG god.
Oh, God.
Canadian. The devil
You're
of
not
the pie.
Canadian.
It is I.
You're racist.
So,
He's just taking everything.
hope you all have had a great weekend playing Pokemon, Sonic, or whatever else you're playing. We are back, and we're here for the waifus.
Who's this man? Think he just like absorbing
Just took your
everybody.
shit, Q.
That boy is might as well be
Everything.
Perfect Cell. He just took everything he had.
Word for word, bar for bar. He stole my whole shit.
Oh, I'm also greatness for the record.
Hey, yo, excuse me.
He went too far now.
No, he hasn't taken everything else. He has to say, wait, pelvic's here? No, that's when he's taking everything.
Oh yeah,
I'm
what is
also
Pelvic?
Falcon's finest.
God
He's not
damn.
even here. He's not even here.
took his whole shit. All right, Devil.
Hello, chat. It is I'm back again for another episode. We're talking about a lot of cool stuff, a lot of Pokemon. It's my first Pokemon game in nearly 20 years. Last one I played was Ruby on that GBA in 2003. So yeah, it's a cool game, and let's talk about it.
All right, Blake.
It is that time. What's going on, guys? It's me, Westtown HD. Guys, we are back at it again for another episode of the HPMP podcast. We got a lot of heat to talk about. We're talking about Pokemon and all of its Bethesda features, and we're talking about Sonic and, the rare Sonic Team W, but we're going to get into all of it today. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
Constant.
Is it?
Is it? You're going to have to wait to hear.
All right. Q.
As your real husbando of dreams, it is IQ, the husbando of dreams. We are here to talk about them waifus and Pokemon. What's it called again? Violet. We don't know about Scarlet. That game is trash. But
Hey, anybody that's playing Violet, you probably ate glue as a kid. That's all I'm saying.
Anybody who's playing
go,
Scarlet
Shadow.
probably got their dick on the screen.
Yo, the
Low key.
slender.
And greatness.
Thanks for having me. This is your boy Low Tier. I'm just getting
Wow. Everybody's stealing stuff. All right.
I thought this man was going to say a little punny. I was going to be like, Riku's going to be in here quick.
Man,
Oh,
I hope y'all playing that Tactics Ogre Reborn. That's true. That's what y'all need to be right there.
I really want to play that game. Are you playing it on Switch by chance?
I'm playing on PS5. I just got a PS5, by the way, so that's been nice.
Oh, nice.
Congrats.
Mid.
I'm trying.
Very mid.
Why you making this guy feel bad about his purchase? Like, come on now. God damn.
I don't feel bad about nothing. All I'm hearing is the haters who can't have a PS5. I
No,
understand.
I have a PS5 and so does Blake. We both have PS5s.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You have PS4s. You have PS4.
I mean, mine's more of a PS4 Pro.
This is
but-
this is a PS4 owner talk right here. That's exactly.
Oh man.
Hey, we got a super chat real quick from that boy Sebastian saying Shadow and Bao have received their Sonic payment. Oh yeah, a long time ago.
I didn't receive anything yet, but we're gonna talk about that later.
That's Sonic Aftermath.
Yeah.
Yes. Very nice, Love to hear it.
Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Yeah, I want to play Tactics Ogre, but I think I'm gonna get it on Switch so I can have it just to play.
Ew.
I hope it doesn't run like
Steam
crap.
Deck.
No,
Is it on PC?
It runs 60 on everything. Apparently, it runs
Really?
really well on everything. Yeah.
It is an old
That
game.
might be a Switch title then. Yeah.
Might have to get that.
Especially with like the OLED. That game would look great on OLED.
I'm about to get the OLED soon. I'm about to do that. I'm about to trade in my Pokemon game to call it a wrap. And I keep saying I'm gonna do it.
Wait, how much do you get for
This
trading?
man said I'm going to get a Switch OLED and then trade in my Switch games, sir.
Which is great, yeah, because it's like games I don't play anymore, like physical games I don't play anymore. So it's like, why am I?
You get trading Xenoblade 3 too?
Do you actually get good money for trading?
But he didn't buy that though.
How is your progress going on Xenoblade Shadow?
Yo, shut up.
How's chapter 5?
We'll get to that in the game awards topic.
Oh man, okay.
Lord have mercy.
I'm gonna still beat it. I got December. I'm gonna beat it though. I'm gonna beat it.
Is it?
It's not like me and SRW. I actually got it done.
Actually, no. Crisis Core comes out in like December. Doesn't it?
Now that boy's done.
Lord have mercy. He's tapping out.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Yeah, greatness. Yeah. Final Fantasy doing it again. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Square Enix doing it again. Just
And then
releasing titles
Octopath 2's in
upon
February. This boy's never playing Xenoblade again.
Yeah, I might be right. I don't know. I got buckle down.
Resident Evil 4 remake. Yeah, it's gonna be busy, man.
When does that come
Better
out?
get it done
February?
soon. March.
Oh, I got time. I got plenty of time for that. All right. So let's get started with the biggest thing in the room. Pokemon. That's right. It's called Pokemon. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet has released, and everybody seems to be enjoying it, except there seems to be some caveats here. Right now the game is sitting at a 71 on Metacritic?
71, 72, give or take.
71, 72. Let me pull that up real quick. But it seems to have gotten universal praise for the most part. Just some of its bugs, as Blake mentioned. Bethesda. Oh, I can't even talk. Excuse me.
Bugs or features. Yes.
Oh, 77. It's a 77 on Metacritic, actually.
Did it go up? Okay, I thought it was. I guess it was still green, but I guess a Pokemon game has never gone below green, maybe?
The user score is at 2.7.
Yeah. But so with Metacritic, you can never tell if people are just review bombing or not.
I mean, isn't the review bombing in this particular case probably warranted? But let's talk about all the positives first before we go in, because we know we got to go in on this. Let's talk about all the positives first. So, you guys, specifically Bao and Blake, you guys have been playing this game nonstop for like 8, 10, 12 hours.
Actually, 14 hours yesterday.
Yo,
See, 14 the first day, 12 the second day.
Y'all
About 9 today.
Y'all are about absolutely insane. I don't know if I couldn't even do that when I was a kid, sit in front of the screen playing games all day for 9 hours straight. Well, I definitely couldn't do it as a kid because I was a kid, but I can't do it now at all. But goddamn, y'all crazy.
I mean, if you ain't built like that, you ain't built.
you know, I'm gonna step back. Maybe I ain't built like that. Maybe I'm not built like that. All right, so Bao or Blake, you guys want to go in? Positives first?
You can go first, Bao.
Sure. So as you all know, I went to this blind, and it is a big step in many ways for mainline Pokemon series. It's open world. You can literally do anything at your own leisure in terms of like when you want to tackle something. My only issue with that is it doesn't scale with you. So like, let's say you're doing a level 40 thing, and then if you skipped over to like level 17 to 20 stuff, when you get to it, it's still like level 17 to 20, and kind of can ruin what otherwise would have been a challenging thing. So I wish it scaled with you, but other than that, it's a great game in general. Okay. In terms of like the formula, obviously the game has technical issues. There's glitches. I've had 3 crashes in 3 days.
Really?
Wow.
I haven't had any crashes so far, but go on.
Yeah, lots of cool new Pokemon. A lot of bizarre new Pokemon in general in this generation. But yes, I think the positives outweigh the negatives with this one. I'm enjoying myself. That's speaking impartially, not even as a Pokemon fan. Could the series be better? Yes, but I'm enjoying myself.
Okay, Blake?
All right. Yeah, before I give my thoughts, I'll read the super chat real quick from Cranberry saying, "Good to have you boys back. Podcast actually on time again. Love to see it. I guess you could say it's greatness."
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
We appreciate that, Cranberry. But yeah, we actually back in. We're on time. So yeah, it is what it is. Thank you guys for coming. And always be sure to hit that like button if you're just, showing up real quick to see what's going on. Just hit the like button on your journey. All right. Blake, take it away.
Yeah, so I really wanted to play this game more, but unfortunately, Pokemon Day at my workplace GameStop is always a all-day event. So I was there from 6 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. So it was a pretty long day, and then I got home and I played for like 7 hours, I think. 7 out, give or take.
God damn.
But I was fighting sleep the whole time, so I really liked what I had played, and like the bugs were a little here and there. And then of course yesterday I streamed for like 14 hours, so I made up for it. I really like this game. I'm gonna go on a limb and say so far I still say I prefer Legends Arceus. I think that's probably going to be my favorite Pokemon game of this year, but I really like the ideals and the like the stuff that's going to be happening moving forward. Like Pokemon is taking like brave leaps and bounds when they literally are the epitome of could have just stayed the status quo because they're Pokemon and they'll sell anyway. So I really appreciate all the ideas and stuff that they're putting forward, and I really am really pumped to see what comes next for the franchise, because the open world stuff, like Bao was saying, you can do the gyms in any order, but they don't scale. That's something that I feel like could be really easily changed. I feel like if it's not Generation 10, like just please give us voice acting. We every game we feel it more and more. Give us voice acting for these games. Come on, people, please. And some of the animations in this game are great. Others are a little lackluster. The new Pokemon are all great. And I always say to myself that if an open world game is not, I guess I don't want to say the Breath of the Wild effect, because everybody and their brother says Breath of the Wild these days. But like, and I'll go more into this when we talk about Sonic Frontiers. But when I play an open world game, it has to be able to give me that sense of here's the main path. Oh, what's that over there? And then I get distracted for 2 hours. And Pokemon has done that. Zelda has done that. Sonic has done that. I love open world games that have an interesting open world, because like some open world games like Far Cry or Assassin's Creed, I'll just like go objective to objective and like feel like I'm not really missing much. But when you're playing like Pokemon, you're like, oh, what's that over there? What kind of Pokemon can I find over here? So it's a really good game, and I'm really liking it. And overall, what Bao said, I kind of just echo. The positives definitely outweigh the negatives. When it comes to this game, I go out on a limb and say this is probably potentially Game Freak's buggiest game like in their career ever.
Oh,
I don't think I've seen a Game Freak game this buggy ever.
Gen 1, technically. Yeah, Gen 1 was worse.
I mean,
Gen 1 was not worse than this.
I mean, like,
no,
I mean, like the stuff that you
100%
could
disagree.
exploit in Gen 1, yeah, it makes sense. And like from all the like YouTube videos that can exploit everything about Gen 1,
Yeah, but
at least it was
those
playable.
Are exploits, though. Those are exploits. This is broken. There's a difference.
Yeah,
Gen 1
absolutely.
is broken as well, just not in a way that negatively impacts you sometimes. Like missing no.
Yeah.
You see, that's the thing. You're saying not in the ways that negatively impact you. That's what broken is. It has to be negatively impacting you. If a game has bugs that are like that you can exploit stuff, those are features, my guy. Those are things that you can use
Really?
to your advantage. Right?
I mean, like there was like there's one attack in Gen 1 that I think it's focus energy. It actually lowers your critical rate instead of increasing it. So that's one of the.
keep in mind though, Generation 1, even if it has like some weird things here and there that aren't like, I guess, programmed correctly, Gen 1 doesn't crash on you. Like these games are actually unstable, like borderline.
Yeah.
I have a memory leak.
Hey, fair when you put it that way.
Okay.
Like you can play through Generation 1 and not have a single bug happen to you. You turn this game on, all of a sudden you drop in frames like a motherfucker.
Yes, sir. Devil, what do you think about Pokemon? What's going on? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, like I mentioned before, it's my grand re-entry into the series. I want to give shouts to Blake. He's actually sponsored this purchase. He actually sent
Yes,
me the
sir.
money to get this game. I would
Wow.
not pick it up otherwise.
Wow.
He was really adamant about me playing this for some reason, and he kind of bullied me into it. And
Hey, listen, it was a Christmas gift. I wanted my boy back in the saddle.
yeah, so first time in 20 years. It feels familiar yet new. So I thought I was gonna be overwhelmed. All these new Pokemons, I don't know who they are and all that, but a lot of things kind of remain the same, which I appreciate. I got my favorites like Pikachu, which I'll turn into Raichu soon, and Blake traded my Haunter, so I got a Gengar, which is one of my besties. So yeah, it's a lot of fun just exploring, running around. Echo what everyone said. The negatives, of course, are there. Unfortunately, it does feel budget for such a big IP, and game. That you can definitely feel the budget on it. And I'll be the first to blame the Switch hardware, but in this case, it's got to be the devs. I go like 70% Game Freak, not doing a better job, and maybe trying to rush the holiday release date, and 30% being the hardware limitation. But yeah, the fun factor kind of overrides everything, and I'm like 3 gyms down, couple Titans down, and yeah, just having a blast. So just glad to be back. Also, real relaxing, comforting game. You can just play in the background while you watch, sports or YouTube or whatever. So yeah, I've been enjoying it.
Okay.
But before we move on, though, I got a real quick question for Devil as his sponsor. So Devil, you a while ago you retired from trophy hunting, but then you came back with Pokemon. Devil, you've been retired for like 20 years, brother. Are you feeling like you might get out of the Pokemon retirement with this game?
So it's still too early to say. I might go backwards before I go forwards because we don't know when the next mainline one's going to be. So I'm gonna have to look back and see. All right, what's the real Heat generation here, and maybe give that a shot, and maybe one of the spinoffs. So it's
so you're at
more
least
likely
interested.
than not.
Okay, because I know I asked you about Pokemon before, and you always go, "Ew, Pokemon."
Let's just say this, Blake. I'm more likely to play another Pokemon than ever touching a Monster Hunter game again. So there's that.
Why do you have to hug me and then stab me in the chest? Okay, fine, whatever.
That's our
Shadow.
relationship.
Let's move on. I got what I wanted
man.
to hear, except there was other stuff I didn't want to hear.
Oh man, greatness. What are you thinking about this game, man? Or have you even playing it?
I'm not playing it. I haven't played a Pokemon game since might have been the DS. So
Hey, let me buy you this game though.
No, you can buy me Legends Arceus. You can buy me Legends Arceus because I was gonna probably.
Hey yo, that game's fire though. I agree.
Because I probably want to play that, but I'm not really. I don't know. I'm just not big on Pokemon anymore. The only thing like monster catching wise that I do nowadays is just like S&T Persona stuff. So I hope y'all enjoy it. This shit look mid though, just so you know.
Lord.
Oh my god.
Q, Blake, you want to read super chats real quick first?
Yeah, we got super chat from Sebastian saying, side note, thoughts on maybe Ash leaving the anime? Yeah, so for those who don't know, Ash won another league. This is his second league that he's won. The first one he won was the Alola League in Gen 7, and a while ago, the actual Pokemon producers said that if Ash ever won a league, then his story would have to be over. And for some reason, it didn't end with Gen 7, but people are speculating that it might actually end for real this time. So yeah, that's basically the rundown of it.
It's different. This is the world tournament. He's the best trainer in the world, period.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's like
he could really be done now.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
I'm here for it because I really liked the spin-off like Pokemon animes, like Chronicles, Origins, Generations, basically everything that didn't have Ash in it, I loved. So if they were to actually make a new Pokemon anime from the ground up with a new main character, like make it like an episodic series where like you have like a different main character every time, like. I get Ash is like the face of the anime, and he's been in like everything. Yep. Ash is Pikachu. It's because Pikachu's tied to Ash, and Pikachu's the mascot, so Pikachu's in every anime. If you have a new main character, you might not have Pikachu in there. So they probably still want to have that, but I'd be down for a new main character, or even just I really liked like Red being a main character in Origins. Red was dope. Absolutely love that, and I honestly, moving forward, I just prefer if they just used the main characters from the games as the main character for that region's anime. But that's just me.
Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do after this. I feel like they're probably gonna reboot it, or they're just gonna keep going. Like there's still this region that Ash needs to do. So it's kind of like
gonna grow up.
Yeah, I feel like they can just keep going easily. But I'm really glad he finally won. Would I rather they had done with that because they got back old champions, I believe. To do the whole tournament. I wish he got like old rivals from like Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, all his old rivals.
Wasn't Paul from Gen 4 in there?
Oh, was he? I didn't even know.
Because I could have sworn he like apologized to Ash for like being such an evil person or like being like an asshole.
Yeah, being the EV trainer that he was.
Pretty much.
I really wanted Ash to fight on what's his name again? Tobas? I think that's his name. I think that was Gen 3. The guy had the Darkrai, and then like nobody can get past his Darkrai, and he sent out Latias or something like that. I was like, what the fuck?
Tobias?
Tobias, I don't know. I know his name correctly. My bad. my bad. but yeah.
Tobias.
Tobas.
But yeah, I'm really glad that Ash won. We'll see where he goes from there. I don't even think that's his strongest team, but it was a pretty good team that Ash had.
It was a really decent team. He had Dragonite, like a Gengar, I think.
Yeah.
Like he was here to actually win. He was actually a contender instead of running up with a Chimchara, Pikachu, a Prinplup, like a Staravia. Like
How much percentage of that was about his feelings and stuff, and emotions and friendship, the power
Hey
of
man,
friendship.
Probably
it's
marketing.
anime. It
Probably
wouldn't be
marketing.
anime if it wasn't.
We got another super chat.
Yeah, we got a super chat here real quick from Cranberry saying, Shadow, do you have a Pokemon named Kanye? You don't
Yes.
have the answer, Shadow.
Yes, I got the answer, Sway. All right, I got all the answers. See, my Whooper is named Kanye because he's messy, he's poison, and he's ground. He's a little bit dirty. Yeah. I don't know where I'm going with that, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know. For some reason, the minute I saw a Whooper, I was like Kanye. I don't know why, because it's black. I don't know. I don't know. But that's the second. That's actually the second. How do you pronounce this region?
Paldea?
Region variant that's just black. I don't know how I feel about that because Tauros is black too, isn't it?
Listen.
I love that Black Taurus, man.
They're getting the representation out there, Shadow. People want representation. They made Little Mermaid black. They made Tauros black.
Oh,
Listen,
man.
they're going to make Mickey Mouse black next year.
All right. Q, what are you thinking of Pokemon, man?
I'm loving it. Like, honestly, I guess I could sort of like copy some of what Blake said with regards to Arceus being like my Pokemon game of the year right now, because Arceus runs fine. Like, you can sit and play Arceus and enjoy it at a stable enough frame rate. This game does have a poor frame rate, but that being said, despite the fact that I feel sick half the time playing this because of motion sickness and the unstable frame rate, I can't put it down. That's the problem. I literally cannot put the game down. It is that enjoyable, and I think because of how, I guess to an extent, kind of like Devil, I stayed away from Pokemon for a while and then came back to it. I'm enjoying it more because of that. I don't have the whole sort of like overwhelming feeling of like it's the same crap for over and over and over as I did when I dropped it. I feel like I'm enjoying it. Like I'm enjoying all the gym battles. I do think that some of the information coming out from other people is like, I wish I could be like Bao and stay away from hearing what people have to say, because people have been telling me all sorts of shit and it feels like it's back on the playground as a kid. Oh, there are 18 gyms in the game. Oh, you could do this and you'll find that Pokemon. And it's just like bullshit, like a bunch of bullshit. So I've heard some stuff. Even Blake gave me some bullshit last night and he didn't even realize he was giving me some bullshit. He was like, oh yeah, if you want to swim, you just have to kill like 2 of the Titans. You don't have to kill 2 of them. It's a specific Titan. Each Titan gives you a specific ability. I didn't know that. I'm out there thinking, oh, you kill one Titan, you get 1 ability. Kill another Titan, you get another. Nope, it's not that. You specifically have specific abilities to specific Titans, depending on the Titan you kill first. So I'm liking the game. I'm enjoying the gameplay. And, of course, I got to mention our waifu of dreams, Nemona.
Oh, God.
Nemona is queen. How could I forget?
Wait, which one is that one?
She the waifu, the one with the green hairband hanging down.
The rival, bro.
Oh, the rival.
Also, can we talk about Iona, Haiki?
Oh my God!
Don't let Bao know though. Bao didn't know about Iona.
I came back to this crap.
Isn't that VTuber chick or streamer chick?
Yo, this Pokemon game has the best waifus of all of the Pokemon games.
No. Black and white. That goes to black and white.
Here's the question: if you haven't seen my Pokemon waifu tier list video, I'm gonna update that video. So if you've seen it, watch it now. Well, after the podcast, go watch that where I rank all the Pokemon waifus. I'm gonna redo this, and I'm telling you guys now, Nemona making top rank.
Yes, sir.
My God.
Yes, sir.
I'm just saying.
Oh my God!
You guys.
Is it?
Oh my God! We got super chat.
We got super chat from Cranberry as well. How do y'all feel about the motorcycle Pokemon now? I think the motorcycle in Violet is great, and I think the motorcycle in Scarlet is still goofy as fuck.
Goofy as all hell. Every time I get on it, I'm like, bro, just use your goddamn wheels.
I think it's just goofy in general.
I thought you said people who play Violet eat glue, mister.
Listen. I don't know what happened here. Okay, but everything else.
Pokemon.
I don't know. I still think the red one looks cooler. I forgot its name.
Yeah,
Co-Rhydon, because Miraidon is mine, because me Jamaican man, Miraidon.
Yeah. Rhydon.
That shit bothers me. That shit bothers me. We got another super chat.
That's a chat from Night Fury 1507. That boy said, "I can't wait to get my team together. I really want to give Bao and Blake the hands." Yeah, let's play Night Fury.
We should have
you ready.
Whenever a Pokemon game or something comes out, bro, when Yu-Gi-Oh came out, he was like, "Bro, I want to give you the hands," and I'm like, "I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh, bro." But Night Fury, bro, if you fit, I might make a stream out of it, y'all. I might stream over my Twitch page some viewer battles. So
might have to have a Pokemon tournament out here.
HBMP Pokemon tournament. Let's go.
Pokemon tournament. I don't know. We'll see what their interest is.
Devil wins. It's just wouldn't that be crazy?
That depends.
No chance.
Can I transfer my old Pokemon over? Because it's
man,
I mean, that's a Pokemon home.
Oh no, we'll have to set some rules there. We'll see what happens there. All right, I think that's everybody for Pokemon except for me. I was a bit skeptical about this game, but after playing it, I'm pleasantly surprised. I think it's actually pretty good. I really do enjoy the fact that you can tackle it in almost any order you want, but there seems to be some it doesn't scale with you when it comes to levels. So technically, I guess there is an order because you just can't go from like one gym to the other without it jumping in levels. I do like the fact that that you could also tackle the evil rival team, or not rival team, but just a bad guy team in any way that you want, but that's still level scaled, not level scaled, I guess. I like how different it is. What's up, Blake?
I just remembered one small detail that I forgot to mention, but it's actually a really neat detail. At any given moment, when you open your map, like, and you zoom all the way out, it'll tell you the order in which you've tackled the game's events. So like my first gym was the grass gym, then my second was the bug gym, then I fought a Titan, then I did an evil team leader, then I did a third gym. So at the end of the game, it'll tell you like the order of operations in which you progressed, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. They have to keep this. There's no way it can go back. I'm actually okay with the linear style that Pokemon games have gone in, but this is actually pretty cool. So I'm good with that. I like a lot of the little features that it has. Like, I don't know about like it deleting moves or teaching new Pokemon moves, but it'll actually have a suggestion, which you don't really need it if you're a seasoned Pokemon fan. But whatever, it's nice that the option is there. What else about this game is pretty good? I would say like the open worldness is actually pretty good as well. Besides all the bugs that we're gonna get to in a minute. It all looks pretty good. If it was just on a more powerful console, maybe you'd be running it better. But it works. The gimmick of the what's it called? Terrealization or something like that.
Terrestrialization, I think it's called.
So how is it different from like just like gigantic Pokemon? Like
because it doesn't waste as much of your time.
Does the Gigantamax, does that change your type of Pokemon? Because I don't think that.
No,
it changes your moves.
This straight up changes your type. So
yeah, but Mega Evolutions probably does that too. But okay, yeah.
Mega Evolution did, yeah.
Well, I skipped on that one, I think. So essentially, this is like new for me. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like I can have a fire type that all of a sudden becomes an electric type or something. Which it does screw you over in some battles. Like I've got one of those firebirds. What do you call them? The bird with the flames, and it literally turns into a normal type after you switch it, and its terror type is shit. Like it doesn't help me in battle because now it can get hit from ground attacks, which is dumb. It's flying.
I guess rid of your water weakness.
Sorry?
It's rid of your water weakness.
It's still a crappy Pokemon.
I say flying Pikachu is actually kind of wild.
My only issue with this system is that you can only use it once, and then you have to go back to the center.
Right, that kind of sucks.
No, but I think that balances it to a certain extent.
Is there an item you can use to get it back? Is there no item you can use?
Not that I found.
About how far in the game are you?
I could be it today if I wanted. Also, Riku's here.
Riku's on one, the only one.
Riku's on one, the
How's
only
everybody
skipping
doing?
Pokemon's on one.
No. We're not going to talk about that.
We're talking about Pokemon right now.
Riku, I name my Wiglet after you.
Lord, I'm having a decent amount of Pokemon named after me. Interesting. Yeah,
No. The proper thing to do is to just all with your chest, guys. Just say it with me. Zangoose is shit.
Zangoose is shit.
Oh man.
Sorry, Shadow. I know you a Zangoose fan. This is for Riku because this bitch said he was gonna pick the game up if Zangoose was in it, and he
his
hasn't.
chest.
He definitely is.
I will pick it up. Right? The only
What's
part
up,
that was incorrect with that is that I said I was gonna pick it up day one. Still gonna pick it up, just not day one because that God of War hitting, baby boy.
Oh my god!
It's
And I am not willing. And I am not willing to game juggle like devil.
Can't you just say your friends are going to crucify you for not feeling God of War?
God
Yeah,
of War.
but that was at the beginning. All right, well, let's calm down now. What I was saying was, no, that was the beginning. Once I got into the groove, yeah, I'm having time of my life right now.
Nah, it's game of the year, contender for sure.
All right. Back to Pokemon. Does anybody use the?
I haven't.
Yeah. Does anybody use the? You send your Pokemon out to auto battle.
Yes.
All the time.
Sometimes.
Oh yes. It's so easy to get materials that way for crafting.
Oh, okay, that's what it could be used for. Okay, because I've just been like fighting each Pokemon I see. Haven't really.
If you want to grind for XP, that's not the best way to do it. But if you want to grind for materials because you can sell them for LP, which can be used to like pay for stuff in stores. It's really good just to like instantly kill a Pokemon. It's very handy.
Why do they have two currencies now, though? Like, what's the LPN coin?
2 Pokemon evolve with that new system.
What are the 2 Pokemon that evolve with it?
Ramblin and Palmo.
Which one is?
Wait, what? I have a Palmo. What do I have to do?
Walk 1,000 steps with it and then give it a level up.
What's Palmo again?
What? Like literally
the Pikachu of this gen.
So wait.
I've been trying to get him to evolve for so long, and he's just like he's not evolving. And so that's what I got to do.
So wait a minute, I gotta take him out of the Pokeball and just run with him.
Just walk around.
Oh,
steps, and there is no step counter, so just try it.
Oh my god! All right, I'm gonna try that as soon as I'm done.
I thought it was to give him food or something. I've been taking him to like, because Lexi's evolved at level 28, and mine is like 30 something. And she's like, oh, I've been doing picnics. I like scrubbing my Pokemon. So I'm like, frack, I gotta do this shit now. So I'm scrubbing him. All this time I should have just kept him walking.
Yep.
Can I interrupt for a second? How come in this Nintendo generation I can scrub and clean my Pokemon, but in the 3DS I cannot pet my waifus in Fire Emblem Fates?
Etika said it best. Etika said it best.
Free.
Nintendo, why can I stick 5 fingers in Machamp's nutsack, but I can't pat Camilla's head? Etika said it best.
Tell him.
What? I didn't even know he said that. Oh my god. We got another super chat.
Alrighty. We got a super chat from Night Fury saying, does anybody else find it weird how trainer battles don't start by direct eye contact anymore?
That's interesting.
That's not
because
weird. That's not weird. That's fine because you just if you just see a guy on the street and he just rushes you like that, right?
What?
At least say something to the man. At least tell him, man, your trainer's a trash, mate, and then he beats your ass, right? Come on.
High key though, like I get what Q's saying, but if they don't challenge me, there's been like whole routes I've just skipped trainers because I don't know where they are or they're not talking to me, so I just run by them.
Yeah, it's true.
I kind of miss trainers like just battling you because it just feels weird.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind.
There's also not many trainers in general, I found.
Oh, there isn't. Oh, okay. Well, there's a couple on each routes because there's a guy at the Pokemon Center that asked you how many trainers have you beat on the route.
That gives you a reward.
Yeah, it gives you like a reward. I find it interesting that it automatically they recharge, I guess you could say. So you could just fight each trainer again to gain more experience. So that's pretty cool.
If you needed experience in this climate.
I think the best thing to say about this game, it's a game of choice, essentially. Like, you do have a lot of freedom of how you want to play, what you want to do, who you want to battle. And I like that because when you think about it from like when we were kids, I don't know if you guys thought about it a lot, but like when you watch the anime and you're seeing Ash doing all this stuff, and Ash could approach any gym he wanted in any order and all this sort of stuff. And to me, that was kind of brilliant. He didn't have to fight every random person that came up to him. He fought who he wanted to fight, you know? So I like this. I do like the freedom of choice in this game. It's nice. It's splendid. You know?
Okay.
I gotta make Pokemon walk with me. Shame.
All right. So I think we can agree at the game
Actually, Q, you think that's bad? Last generation, there was a Pokemon you had to spin in place.
Oh, that made
like
sense.
10
That
times.
made sense. He's an ice cream. He had to be
in
steered.
place. What?
Still, freaking Yamask though. That's still gonna be the worst.
Oh yeah,
for me.
your mask is the worst ever.
Oh,
You
man.
literally had to like get your mask down to a certain amount of HP, then travel under a like bridge under a certain time of day to evolve it.
Keep in mind as well, in Gen 7 to get or is it Dusk Lycanroc, you had to actually evolve it between the hours of 6 and 7 p.m. local.
How do people find this shit out? Like
through Bulbapedia, who find it in the code, I guess. I don't know, man.
because that's the thing. Like I mean, if there were like little codex in the game or something, like maybe you read a little document that explained how you get your Pokemon to evolve or something. That would be cool.
There's a worse one in this game, actually. I won't say what it is, the Pokemon itself, but you need to be playing in a multiplayer session with people.
Yes.
You're standing next to and no, that's not it. And then stand next to them in the place you spawn that little yellow circle, and then get a level up and it'll evolve.
Bro, I was streaming and Ace was like, "Wait, Blake, I need to join your room. I need to evolve this Pokemon." And I'm like, "What are you on about?" And then he told me. I was like, "There's no way that that's real." And then he did it, and it happened. And I was like, "What?" I would not have known.
Is it the same Pokemon that I asked you about, Blake, last night? The blue one.
Yes, it's that one.
Crap.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
All right, so we got all that out of the way about Pokemon. Let's talk about the biggest problem with Pokemon. This game's performance, the bugs, the glitches, and yes, you are right, Blake. This franchise is too goddamn successful to have these basic ass problems. I don't understand it. Pokemon is the highest grossing IP of all time, and yet we are sitting out here with all types of frame rate dips. You got some cutscenes that have some NPCs that are literally moving at 2 frames a second. What is happening here? Now, I would say that some of it is due to the hardware, but a lot of it has to do with Game Freak just being fucking incompetent at this point, which you would think they had enough experience at this point. They had Arceus. They had Sword and Shield. They had, well, what else? X and Y? No, not X and Y. I don't even know. Let's go. They had those games. Oh, they're the testers. They're just testing this stuff. The wild area, that's for how they tested for when they made the next mainline game, open world. But apparently, they can't fucking...
Are you all right? You're scaring me.
I'm sorry, but I gotta get this shit off my chest. This don't make no sense. Apparently, they can't make
going rabid.
They can't make a competent game from a technical level. So we gotta come to a consensus here that they're just fucking incompetent and terrible at their job. Oh, there's a time limit. Oh, we gotta coincide with the anime. I'm gonna call bullshit on that because again,
I honestly think it's more they don't care because they don't have to.
That is true. That's that is ultimately part of the problem that people are gonna buy it anyway. But it's like, why can't you just do a good job to begin with? We gotta wait for all these updates for you to do basic shit. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Like, Xenoblade runs fine on Switch. Breath of the Wild, a Gen 1 quote unquote Switch game. Like, what's the issue here with them? Like, they really don't care enough about one of their flagship franchises to just do a good job. Like, oh, I'm just gonna do instead of doing a 10 out of 10 job, I got all the resources to do a 10 out of 10 job, but I'm just gonna do a 2 out of 10 job because I can. This shit's really annoying. You guys got no excuse. They're not testing anything. They simply put, like Bao said, they don't freaking care. All right, this is absolutely ridiculous. All right.
We got some super chats real quick. Not to shut Q the fuck up, but we got some super chats. We got one from Sebastian saying, "Someone get Shadow his pills, bro." I can just imagine Shadow's hands just shaking right now. He's just...
Oh man, I didn't think I was gonna go that far in, but I did.
We got one from
Shadow. You did good.
We got one from Stanny as well, saying, "Shadow the vet team worked on a mainline." Worked on mainline. A younger team did Arceus vet team incompetent.
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Always the excuse.
There's always an excuse.
The excuse is like, oh, well, it was a different team. It was this one. There's always an excuse for these sort of things. Why not? They own this IP. It's a company, right? You're telling me there's no R&D department? No one's literally testing this shit before they put it out here? Like, come on, man. Like,
keep in mind, like I said, not to defend Pokemon, but Pokemon is in a position to where they have some of like the biggest like crunch schedules because they're like when one Pokemon game's done, they're working on 3 more kind of thing, and they are contracted because of the anime and merchandise. They have to every year, regardless. It could be releasing worse than Cyberpunk. That game could be like a buggy mess. They have to contractually release it every year in November. They can't stop themselves.
And here's the thing: that's not a good enough excuse.
That's but they can change that contract because. So how how the Pokemon Company was formed. It was formed under Game Freak, Nintendo, and Creatures. The three of those companies can change that. Yeah. They're just not doing that. Like, that's not like, it doesn't matter if it's Game Freak or it's Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo is partly the publisher of it, but like at the end of the day, like Masuda said in some interview like a couple years ago, I can actually find it, but he said that no one puts pressure on them to do anything. Like, they can change this. They just don't want to. They actually do. They do low budget games to get maximum profit. Like the 3DS games only cost like, I think 20, 40, like somewhere between 20 and 40 million dollars to make, which is really low when you realize how much money those games like make off of sales. So they just don't want to. Like, that's all it is.
True.
It's sad.
Well said. Well said. They literally, nothing's pushed. It's basically a monopoly. They've got a monopoly over this monster catching space. Not that there aren't any monster catching games out there other than Pokemon, but it's the biggest one. And at the end of the day, they've got the monopoly. People will, like Shadow said, people will buy this no matter what. It doesn't really matter what they do. Pokemon fans will buy it anyway. I mean, they bought what do you call it? Shining Diamond and Brilliant Pearl. That game sold, right? And it was, as Blake calls it, trash, right? But people bought it anyway, right? So the fact of the matter is, it doesn't really matter. Fans will pick it up no matter what, because it has Pokemon on the title of it. And as long as that's the case, which as far as we can tell is going to be the case, they don't have any reason to do any better with regards to it, And this game should have been on a better console. Like, I love my Switch, but this is.
I still wouldn't blame Switch for those.
I don't know, man. At least the frame rate. The frame rate, like if the Switch was a little bit more powerful, the frame rate would be at least a constant 30 instead of a constant 20.
As soon as someone hacks this game and it shows up on that
emulator
app that Shadow uses, basically, you're gonna see this game running perfectly fine. And at that point in time, it has nothing to do with optimization. It's a bloody game. Like it's running on that. It's the power basically. So this just needs a better Switch for the most part. And yes, the game developers, they need to start like put more effort into this shit. But I mean, right now, all I want right now, for me, honestly, I just get the frame rate to be stable enough so I can stop feeling sick while I'm playing this game.
Yes, that is my biggest issue. Just get the frame rate more stable. I can do all the bugs, I can do all the glitches, all the see-through stuff, like like the floor, like you can see under the floor. Like there's a whole video out there about bugs and glitches. I could deal with all that. Just give me a stable frame rate. That's all I need. But no, this game couldn't even do that. I think Bao, you said that you ran into some glitches and bugs. What else have you run into?
I had 3 crashes. I had a glitch I posted on Twitter. I threw a great ball and the entire world just came unraveled and the world map appeared where the Pokemon was. It's really bizarre. I had a couple glitches today with raid battles where HP wasn't visually going down, so I couldn't even tell what progress I was making. Other than that, nothing besides random pop-in or things disappearing. But I've seen crazy stuff online.
Yeah, it's making the rounds. But Bob, I got a question for you. So you could deal with this game, and it's just abhorrent frame rates. But for some reason, you got a problem with Star Ocean?
Star Ocean was worse than this for me.
Oh, that's bullshit. That is cap. That is cap of the. What the? Are you insane?
Shadow, you have to consider the wording he said for him, right?
I don't really care.
Star Ocean on PC varies by rig. The performance is all over the place.
No, that's not what I mean.
I just had one of the worst of it.
The way I take it when you say Star Ocean was worse for me is because Star Ocean doesn't have Pokemon on the cover of it.
The frame rate was I mean by number frame rate, it was worse for me. It was dipping into the low teens.
There's no way. My game
was literally giving me a headache
on the PC.
How is this game not giving you a headache?
And also, it wasn't a performance thing because 1, I have a 3070 Ti, and 2, I put it on low, and it didn't affect the frame rate. So the game was just running that bad.
So wait a minute, how is this game is running bad too? So how is this game not giving you a headache?
Because it's not. Because with Star Ocean, it was going from 13 to 50 to 20. It was all over the place. It was bad.
It's amazing how Pokemon fans will find all kind of ways to like explain away.
This has nothing to do with Pokemon.
Don't just say anything. You know what? It was because it came out on a Monday. Yeah, Monday's bad. Yeah. The sun didn't rise at the time when that game released.
You're doing that thing again.
Oh my god.
Has nothing to do with Pokemon.
What other bugs and glitches have you guys ran into? Blake, you ran into anything?
So I never trust autosave in Pokemon games. They started introducing it in Sword and Shield, and I just turned it off immediately because I was like, I prefer just to manually save my Pokemon games. That's how I grew up. That's how I wanted to do it. So I did the same thing here. I crashed, lost 30 minutes, and turned autosave the fuck back on. There's been like a slew of like strange bugs. I've like honestly, it's like the bugs are like a little intrusive at times, sure, but I find them more funny half the time. I don't like when my game crashes, but so long as like my game doesn't crash, a lot of the bugs I just laugh off and move on with my life. It's just goofy, and I mean, I'm not losing sleep over it. The FPS, like I said, it is a little like it's strange because I get what Bao's saying. Like when you're going from 60 to 10, that's gonna whiplash you a lot more than going from like 30 to 25. Like small dips here and there don't bug me a whole lot, but like I said, this game still runs better than Age of Calamity, so that's a W for me.
Oh man, Age of Calamity slander. Q, you run into any bugs and glitches?
It's no, I haven't hit anything that caused my game to die, but it's literally that frame rate. Like I feel sick playing the game. Like I love the game, I'm enjoying myself, but I feel this sort of like sick, like motion sickness in my stomach. It just feels like I'm gonna throw up because the frame rate just is on. It's constantly inconsistent. Like it's just changing constantly, and it's making me feel like I'm gonna puke. But other than that, it hasn't crashed on me so far, and I always follow the rules of JRPG. Just save no matter what the frack is going on. So every time I do something important, I save. Like I'm not taking any chances with this game. So yeah.
Okay. Devil, you run into any game breaking glitches?
No, and I kind of told Blake how disappointed I was because I only get like the visual stuff, the clip-ins, the pop-ins, but I see all these clips on Twitter. I want to get some cool bugs. I mean, if it's already well known, I want to see some Pokemon 2077, some weird shit. Bro. I'm already in it, so far not that bad.
We were doing a co-op, I think yesterday morning on stream, and Devil's like, Blake, you're gonna hate me for saying this, but I kind of wish there was more bugs, and I was like, I mean, there's a ton of bug type Pokemon in here, and he was like, no. I mean, like, I wish my game was like derpy beyond repair, and I'm like, what, Devil? See, I was like, me and I both know if your game was glitchy as hell, you would have been all like, throwing my Nintendo Switch Lite in the lake, never playing this console again. I don't know why I sound like excuses. But,
I want it for the memes.
Oh my gosh, bro!
But can I say one thing that's not bug related? Isn't it annoying how we brought up voice acting and they did like a whole voice acting thing for
Iono, the VTuber?
They did all this effort for promotional voice acting for these gym leaders, but in the game, they're just, I don't know, it's just
lifeless.
Time.
They're homeless.
Yeah, they're just lifeless.
They don't talk.
Time. They actually promoted the game with trailers for the gym leaders.
With voice acting.
With the voice.
Yes, it makes it so much worse.
Kidding me? Like
I'm not kidding. Like Shadow, go to the.
Wait, Shadow, you didn't watch the Iono presentation that they had like a month or two ago?
Yeah.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Yeah. Well, when they introduced Iono, it was an animation. She had full voice acting.
Yep.
What the fuck? And she's not voice acting. Why?
Not just her. Like I kid you not, my son comes in here and he sits in while I'm playing, and every time he sees a Gimme-Go, he's like, it's Gimme-Go. This kid has not seen an anime for this, but he saw the trailer where the two of the characters, I think the professor or something, they were talking about Gimme-Go, and he remembered it. And for him, every time he says, "Oh, Daddy, it's Gimme-Go," I'm telling you, they screwed the pooch on this. They've literally got voice acting for not just her, but for a bunch of other characters during all the trailers that they put out before this game came out.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
Didn't put it in the game.
We got super chats.
Yeah, I got a super chat from Night Fury saying, sorry to interrupt, but as the god of greatness, I gotta remind you to hit that like button. Huh?
Ah, man. God of greatness. Everybody giving themselves little pet names. Listen, I started it first, okay? All right, I'm gonna need y'all to pay me some respect, all right?
I was about to say, bro, where did everybody come from with just stealing all these nicknames, bro? Like,
but yeah, hit that like button. There's over 100 of you guys in here. We appreciate you guys for this Pokemon slander and Pokemon praise, honestly. But thank you all for watching, and make sure you hit that like button.
We got another super chat as well from Cranberry saying, so FPS is important. Y'all owe Shadow an apology. Hashtag 60 FPS or die.
Yes, exactly. 60 FPS. FPS is important, okay?
I mean, I don't. I mean, can I speak? I mean, if you were listening to the podcast, Cranberry, you'd know that we all said the game is fun regardless of performance. So I mean, get fucked. But anyway.
Oh my god! But yeah, the FPS is bad. It's terrible. But yeah, I'm still playing it. I'm looking past it because it is fun. I am intrigued, and I do want to do more, and I want to see all Pokemon. The funnest part about it is I haven't been really paying attention to that many like new Pokemon from old and previous generations, new generations too. So it's kind of like playing a game, and it's like, oh, is that a new Pokemon from this generation, or is that from the previous generation? I don't know. It's all just fun. It's great.
In Devil's case, it's all new.
But I really do wish I can't wait for this thing to be on Yuzu so I can play it properly.
Yeah, that might be how I play with this GBD and Max 2, baby.
So Pokemon,
we
you're
go.
$60. I don't care how you play it.
Say what?
Yeah, I did pay for it too, so yeah, Blake.
Don't worry, Shadow. I saw you, bro. That's my boy, Shadow.
So I'm on the Switch. Was like, holy shit! Everyone's been. Wait a minute, Shadow. What the fuck is he doing on here?
Yeah, man, I got the custom icon or the limited icon and everything. So I was like, I'm in it. I'm in on this. So do we think this is the best Pokemon game to date?
No.
Best one? No.
No.
Wow.
No, it's not hard
Sounding
though.
though. Oof. Jesus
If
Christ.
it had better frame rate, it could be. Like I think if the frame rate was more stable, I could put this above a lot of other Pokemon games for me. Like straight
It's
up.
not
But
Heart Gold.
It still
or
wouldn't be
Black
the
and
best
White,
for me.
It's
Jesus.
not Heart Gold or Black and White too.
So hold on. What does the next Pokemon games need to be, without a doubt, the best in the series? No
I need
question.
every region, Shadow.
it needs great.
You know what they need, and Blake's gonna love this: triple and rotation battles.
Yeah, actually, what they need is for Bao to trip himself and rotate his body into a different skin. But anyway.
Goddamn.
I don't know
Triple
what that
and
means.
rotation battles were the highlight of
See,
this
what Bao
series,
doesn't
and they
understand
took
is
it away.
that Gen 6 had those, and it made Gen 6 unbearable at times because you had 6 Moltres on the field, and your FPS went to 2 FPS a second.
6 Moltres.
Jesus Christ. And that was black and white, right?
Yeah, Black and White introduced this curse upon the series.
It was fine then because it was still sprites.
But now Mega Evolution, that's a clean ass mechanic.
Interesting. It came into probably
Which
the
will
worst
never come
game.
back.
The worst ones, probably universally panned, X and Y. That's where Mega Evolutions came in. Chat, let me ask you guys, what do you guys think is the best Pokemon games? Red and blue,
Everyone
black and
actually-
white, gold and silver?
Everyone
Silver,
liked
whichever
X-Live
form of
release.
silver.
Also, one other crazy evolution method in this game that I'm still working on. So apparently, there's a Pokemon you have to level, and then it evolves when it wants.
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Huh?
See,
After a certain level, you leave it either in your party or in the box. You come back and check, and it will be evolved.
I want to talk
What?
about what it evolves into so much, Bao, but you're not streaming, so.
I see a lot in the chat. I see a lot of black and white in the chat. Black and white, heart gold, soul silver, uranium. Is that what is uranium?
Uranium? That's a
Really?
big game.
Uranium's a fan game.
Oh, okay. I was
Is it
like-
like Pokemon Green, the bootleg version?
Green
No.
was the Japanese version, huh?
Well, when I got it on Game Boy Color, it was bootleg.
Oh my gosh.
You got the wrong version of green.
When you hear about Pokemon games like Pokemon Uranium, you think these be games that my boy Shadow be playing, you know?
Nah, absolutely not.
Yeah,
That's-
Japan had red and green initially, and then they had a re-release which gave them blue. Our versions of red and blue are the re-releases. We never had the first versions of Pokemon.
Oh.
That's why
'Cause
we
they
don't do
were
green,
they
huh?
were worse than what we got.
Lord?
so
So they made the homeless ones. Damn.
So it looks like, yeah, a lot of Diamond and Pearl. Oh wait, Diamond and Pearl are the worst. Never mind. Black and White, Gold and Silk, Crystal. So all right, so I think the bottom of the barrel when it comes to the Pokemon games is X and Y and Sun and Moon. Is that
Sword and
Pretty
Shield.
No,
Incorrect.
Sun and Moon is my favorite generation.
Gen 7 is a
Really?
really good generation.
Look, Shadow, you can't take Bao seriously. This is a man who's straight up, right? Straight up will buy Pokemon no
Dude,
matter
you
what.
didn't
You
play
can't take
anything
this
in the
out.
last 10 years, bruv.
And now I'm back.
See, Sun and Moon for me is like what why people like Arceus. It shook up the formula, added a bunch of cool things like regional variants, and also I'm a sucker for Hawaii, so that was great.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point.
Also, like I said, to date, in my opinion, the worst Pokemon games I've ever played were Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Like hands down.
Yeah, agreed. Those are my least favorites.
And my least favorite, like generational or region. Well, I shouldn't say generation because now see, I'm gonna get crucified in the chat for saying this because everybody and their brother grew up with
you
this.
say
gen,
red and blue,
I am not a fan of Gen 3.
Oh, okay.
I like Gen 3's Pokemon, but Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald are not fun games to traverse the region of. It is a lot of backtracking, it's a lot of swimming, it's a lot of deserts, it's just a lot of hills. I do not like Hoenn as a
I have
region.
the issue of not liking most of the Hoenn Pokemon you meet throughout a lot of the game until the end game.
I think Hoenn was pretty good. I mean, it's probably the most time I put into a game and into the whole franchise, honestly.
Gen 1 is great. Gen 2, my favorite generation. Well, I think Gen 4 is my favorite gen, but Generation 2 is my favorite games. So that's why Heart Gold, Soul Silver are my favorite because it's a perfect mesh of my favorite games with my favorite generation style. So it's
somebody said too much water.
I always knew that boy Blake had some credibility. Gen 2 was the best. Yes, very nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dial best threader. Let's go.
Cynical. What are you talking about? Cynical?
Here we go. Here we go. Okay, anyway, let's move on.
That boy Blake was a crazy person. Cynical was best.
Okay.
Just saying.
All right.
Can I ask you guys one last Pokemon question before we move on?
Go ahead.
Please let it be favorite Pokemon so I can
No. Because Gen 2 is like a soft spot for me. It's where I kind of left on a high. You know that moment when I don't know if you know this when you played it first. You beat the first 8 gyms, you get the badge, and it's like, but wait, there's more, and then you get a whole nother region.
Yeah,
Does that experience ever happen again? Because I would.
Sure doesn't.
Nah, it
doesn't.
doesn't.
Agree.
Damn.
You get DLC islands and stuff, but
however, Devil, if you were ever interested in going back to Pokemon games, I recommend the Generation 2 remakes, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, because they actually fleshed out more of Generation 1 in like the second region rather. So like in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, you can go to Kanto, but like there's not a whole lot to do, but they like actually flesh out the region a lot more in those remakes.
You know what I suggest for Devil? Playing something like Insurgents.
No, that boy, nah, he's not ready for that. That's
Fan made games. I don't know
also that requires troubleshoot gaming, but that's
no.
Insurgents is better than probably any mainline Pokemon game. Easy, it'll just kick your ass in the process.
So
animation wise, though, it's kind of meh, but.
All right, so question, one last thing. I thought that was going to be the last thing for Devil, but last thing for Pokemon. I'll ask, since we saw how it worked in Sword and Shield, would we rather have the third game in the generation, like, Platinum Crystal, or would you guys are okay with the DLC expansion that Sword and Shield did?
DLC expansion, if I had to choose. Actually, I would prefer it be like Black and White, where you just get a straight sequel.
See now, that's a good point. I think Sword and Shield's DLC, I think the Crown Tundra, Isle of Armor, all that, it makes sense. For like today's climate, why make another version of the game when you can just like add DLC? But at the same time, I feel like when they do these third versions, it's almost like they're making like a soft remake. Like they're fixing issues that the games had.
This one could use it.
That's what I was about to say. Well, like with DLC, you can't fix the frame rate of this game. But if you were to like remake the game, you can't patch the region queue.
You can patch the game, mate. This is a game you. This is modern gaming, Blake.
Let me know when you make a game queue. Where's your game queue? All right.
Oh my god.
Me not. Jesus Christ.
All right, we got a super chat.
Got a super chat from Sebastian saying, Devil, play Black White instead of... Nope, never mind. Don't listen to Sebastian.
Wow, no. Actually, Black and White is good. I really do enjoy
Black and White is really good, but Devil doesn't like inanimate object Pokemon. He finds a lot of them lazy. So he'd probably be destroying that game.
Klefki? Oh, man.
And Generation 5 gave us a lot of throwaway Pokemon, like Trubbish and Chandelure. And
hey, Chandelure is awesome.
Yeah, I like Chandelure, even though it's a glass cannon.
Lazy.
Trubbish is trash, though. Trubbish is
that's literally trash.
Since someone brought it up earlier, I am actually curious. What is everyone's favorite Pokemon? I know Blake's and Devil's and Riku's.
Yeah, Zangoose for me.
Really?
Wait, your
I
favorite?
told you niggas this. I told you niggas he's a Team
You
Zangoose.
said
You're slandering Zangoose when you gotta slander Shadow as well. What's wrong with you niggas? Crash Claw!
You know what? The first time I heard Shadow was a furry, I was surprised.
Oh my god.
I was like, wow, Shadow, really?
You can't. Apparently, you can't like Zangoose without being a furry, Shadow.
Yeah.
You just can't accept the peak design that is Zangoose.
Yep. It's amazing. So we got Blastoise, Magnezone. Okay, interesting.
See,
Giratina.
Metagross is my favorite, but it may have changed with this game.
I don't know what that
Has
looks
to be
like. But I'll
again in
link
a
me
week.
that.
Cyndaquil is best.
Metagross? I thought you played Ruby Sapphire.
I don't remember that shit.
Metagross was the champion's main Pokemon.
Like a
Just-
metal
just send it to me,
slime
though.
bell thingy above.
I never beat Ruby Sapphire. I just played it.
Actually, you know what? Dream Chaser is right. I'm gonna have to change mine to Infernape.
I know what that looks like.
Infernape.
Infernape is cool. I
You
like
just gonna leave
Infernape.
Zangoose alone like that? You fucking traitor, just like that? You can make him number
Shadow.
2?
Hey, listen.
You fucking traitor!
Infernape is
I
black.
kill you, nigga! Wait, what?
Whoa. In the game, of course.
In the game, of course.
That boy Riku said you might as well be a Seviper sucker, bro.
Oh my
They're
god.
viper suckers. Jesus Christ.
Let's see, we got Latios.
Team Dragonite for me. That's my
Latios is
favorite.
in my top 10.
Yeah, Scarlet, the new Pokemon in this game, may have replaced Metagross as my favorite, though.
What is Scarlet? What is that?
You'll see.
Yeah.
Actually, you may have seen it already if you've been watching.
It was shown in trailers already up to the game, but Q doesn't leave the rock he was under.
Nah, man.
What does it look like? Just give me an idea. What color is
It
it?
looks like a
played Mega
Mega
Man.
Man.
I say you played Mega
Mega
Man
Man.
Battle Network. That's what it looks like.
Oh, that thing. Oh, it looks like a man, doesn't it? Oh, lazy Pokemon design.
Huh?
Dude, man.
Somebody said.
Dude, man.
Somebody in chat said Articuno.
Wait,
Interesting.
hold on.
Articuno
Do
is
you, have
pretty
an
lit.
issue, do you have an issue with Jinx, my nigga, from Gen 1?
Oh,
here we go.
God.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Shadow
Because that's a
change
human
topic.
Pokemon as well.
Quick Shadow change topic.
Wait. Jinx is purple, isn't it? Isn't she?
I'm just saying
Nah,
that's
it used to
I'm
be
just
black.
saying that's a human.
used
I'm
to
just
be
saying
black.
that's a Pokemon based off a human as well.
Mm.
Is that lazy?
It is lazy. It's a goyle.
Lord?
Isn't that just based off
Whole
Nicki
ass
Minaj?
goyle.
Okay, how about this?
Oh,
Is
wow.
Voltorb
You
lazy?
said it.
Is Voltorb
Voltorb.
lazy? Yes, Voltorb.
Isn't a human.
No, but Voltorb's literally just a Pokeball. You don't call that a lazy design?
He's a.
Or what
sentient
about
Pokemon.
what about his evolution? Oh, let's just flip his colors around. Is that lazy?
And he gets bigger as well, right?
Oh my fucking god! Is it lazy or not?
Well, yes, but I don't like Voltorb, so I don't even. I'm just basically
All right,
arguing against
man.
you because you're wrong. But I
My
don't even
God.
like Voltorb.
Okay, I think we spent a lot of time on Pokemon. I
I think Umbreon's pretty
As
cool.
we should.
Umbreon. Yeah, I did.
Umbreon.
Vaporeon
Vaporeon is the best EV evolution. We all know this.
I will buy a
What's the
main
reason for this,
Pokemon.
Riku? Like, I
No,
always
no,
question
Q,
this.
Q, don't
Vaporeon?
ask. Do not ask. Do not ask.
All right,
Do
don't-
you really
don't
want to
ask.
know why
Don't
Vaporeon's
ask.
the best?
Don't ask.
Oh, God,
No. I'm serious. No. I'm Team Water. I'm always like water is my favorite type. So
He likes wet bitches.
I'm with Lord.
So
I like my Pokemon. I like my Pokemon moist. No, I
Oh
just
my
like
God.
water Pokemon.
this man thirsty.
Yo.
I was gonna say something else. I forgot. But, oh yeah, why hasn't there been a new EV evolution? What's going on there?
yeah.
Is it
Yeah, we have
how
a
many-
lot already.
Are we missing
No,
like
we wanna
5
do-
types?
Where is the dragon and ghost? Until they give me those,
The last
Poison
evolution
too.
we got
Not
was
buying-
Sylveon, and that was Gen
that is
6.
disgusting. Where is the dragon and ghost evolution? I'm getting tired of them playing with me. I need the dragon one.
Yeah,
Dragon.
that's
You know,
weird.
maybe
Where's the
greatness.
fighting
Maybe
one?
maybe
Maybe
they'll
the
give you
fighting
one when you buy their damn games. That's crazy.
How about no? Until they give me one, I'm not buying their games.
Oh my
But we got a
God.
stalemate now, ain't we?
I have to say one thing though, one positive before we move on to something else is that I do like the attention to detail in this game. Like when you get close up to stuff, it looks pretty good. Like
you can see the fur on
hair,
them, yeah.
The fur when things get wet, you can see like water
Yeah.
running onto like their clothes. Like I got into a gym battle and it started raining, and I was like, dude, his clothes changed. Like that's good. That's really good attention to detail. So that one I do actually I have to say credit to the developers. Like they've done some really good work on the look of the game, because despite the fact that Arceus run well, it didn't look as good. So yeah, this game does look
That's
good,
true.
and that's why I also think it does need a more powerful platform, because this on a more powerful platform, looking as good as it does and running smooth, it's gonna go up a high on the list.
So
easily.
Oh man, I keep bringing up stuff for Pokemon. So what's more reliable for Game Freak to actually get good at game design, or just to have a more powerful Switch?
Both.
I'm up
I'd say Game Freak, because look at what Monolith Soft and like other companies have done with Switch hardware in their games. Switch is fine.
So when Nintendo releases a console that can do 4K 30 or 1080p 60, whatever, and Pokemon games are still coming out at 20 FPS, y'all gonna shift all the blame to Game Freak? Because I still feel like this is like a 90-10 split between the hardware.
It's 70-30, but yeah, it'll go more to Game Freak.
No, I
It
agree
would
with
go more to
Bao.
them.
I agree with Bao because I remember before the Switch even came out, people were saying that the issues of the 3DS Pokemon games wouldn't be issues on the Switch because they would have more powerful hardware to work with. And now here we are, years later, people making the exact same arguments. Like,
Pulling
the
the
issue
receipts.
is Game Freak. Stop.
And also, keep in mind, Little Town Hero, wasn't that a multi-plat game? Like, it was on PS4 and still ran like trash?
Yeah.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, yeah. I didn't play
Like,
it.
Game Freak is... They freaky when it comes to optimization.
Shameful display.
You said this started when when they went 3D, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because Gen
Once
5
they
was
left the
60 frames.
DS. The DS.
Yeah,
So
games
what you're trying to say is that it's similar to Sonic.
Oh, here we go.
Speaking of
Let's be
which,
honest,
let's
Pokemon had a rough
transition.
transition to 3D.
let's transition.
Pokemon has had a rough transition to 3D.
Let's transition to Sonic here. Yeah, I think that's it for Pokemon. We spent a long time on Pokemon, as we should. There was a lot to cover there. But let's talk about Sonic Frontiers. We know it's been out for how long, Blake? 3 weeks now? 2 weeks now? I forgot.
About 3 weeks, yeah.
3 weeks, okay. So Sonic Frontier has come out. It seems to be the best Sonic game in a long time. That's not saying much. But on Metacritic, apparently, it says it's at like, what, 72 at this point?
So the PC version's at 80.
Oh, really? The PC's version's at 80. Interesting.
Crazy.
Oh, my
Should
goodness.
we
I just
clear
wanna
up
take
the bet situation first before we talk about the game?
No. We let's just. I just want to congratulate my guy Shadow and Bao for their splendor. And,
Yeah, Q, I recall
Thank
you
you.
saying
Thank
you wouldn't talk during the Sonic portion. Don't make me break your legs.
this is my beginning talk. This is all I have to say. I just want to congratulate them. You know, on
You
their
could have been
splendor.
you. You could have won money too, but you had to back out.
That boy back
You
there.
know what? You know what? I know I could have, but at the end of the day, I just want to say, Bao and Shadow, good job, guys. You've done the Lord's work. Good
Hey,
job.
I'm just gonna say I really wanted higher for Sonic, but it seems this is just fit just fine. So, you know,
It's if certain individuals didn't have to go to mental therapy to write reviews, this game would have
Damn.
reviewed higher. But
all I'm saying
my
is
God.
I haven't gotten my cut. I'm waiting on my cut.
that's
all-
not your cut, bro.
That's all I'm saying. All right, I'm waiting on my cut. You know, that's all I'm saying. All right. So this game seems to be I think universally not loved, but it's fairly decent. You know, it could be better in a lot of
got
ways.
Something for everyone.
Yeah, it could be better in a lot of ways, but this is a real huge step in the right direction when it comes to the Sonic franchise or 3D Sonic as a whole. I'm sure we've got plenty of people here who have played it. Who wants to go into more detail about this game?
We got a super chat real quick from Sebastian. It's pretty irrelevant, but Sebastian loves to just be the trolliest troll that ever sucked a cock on the podcast. Anyway, he said, Blake and Rico, want to hear a joke? 72. Jokes are funny, Sebastian.
You know what's
All
worse than
right.
72?
Couldn't even spell my name right. Crazy.
Wait, he spelled it with 2 Ks and
Crazy.
Oh no,
You may be
that's
talking about Riku Key. I don't know who.
He's saying he don't respect you enough to get your name right. That's what he's saying.
Ridiculous. Thank you for the $2.
We can get that because, like I said, I will take up the entire show talking about this. So yeah, you can let Riku or Devil go ahead.
Let's let Devil go ahead. Let's see what Devil has to say first. What's going on, here, man? How you liking this game? How did you like it?
Yeah, I played it. I beat it. I got the platinum. All right, so just like Pokemon, I'm newer to the Sonic games. It's the first year I ever played through them. I played Adventure 1 and 2 this year for the first time. Really enjoyed them. And Sonic Frontiers, really good game. I really like the open zone segments, just exploring as Sonic. Sonic feels great. Soundtrack, all the vocal tracks,
Yes.
kick ass. So I don't know. To me, the best summary, because I'm stealing it for someone. It's the best 7.5 game you're gonna play
Jesus,
all year.
what the?
No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. because I played some other 7.5 games like Mid Hackers 2 that I don't love as much, but this 7.5 hits different. I don't know.
Yeah, just like
that's
13
fair.
Sentinel 7.5 hit different, right?
But
you
you called it
No.
6.5.
Oh,
Sir,
that's
you got
crazy.
right off Twitter for it.
Oh yeah,
Oh
that's
my
crazy.
God.
Yeah, but yeah, it's already on sale. It's Black Friday. I think it's worth a pickup.
Absolutely.
At that price. Yeah, I think it's just good. Even on Switch, which I shit on a lot, it's doing pretty well, better than Pokemon, shockingly.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Who else has played it? Bob, you played it?
I played about an hour of it.
So it was an hour just it. It wasn't for you. You're not gonna go back and play?
Indeed. I really have no thoughts on it. It's Sonic in the modern day.
Wow. All
For
right.
greatness? Cool.
So Greatness, have you played it?
No, I'm actually gonna pick it up though. It looks really fun.
Hey,
Okay.
love to hear it.
Instead of Pokemon. Shameful.
I'm pretty sure Q, you haven't played it. So.
Tell me
Yeah.
where the Dragon Evolution is. Tell me where that is, and I'll go pick it up.
Oh
Where is
my
that?
God.
You know what? I heard that about Zangoose before, and I was betrayed. So I don't.
You know he's not wrong.
Riku, what do you think about Sonic here, man? What's going on? This the best Sonic
Okay.
game you played in a long time? Well, what's the deal?
Riku, you cap. I know you cap. Wait, what?
Oh, all right.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
To answer your question, that question in particular and directly, yes, it is the best Sonic game I've played in a long time. I've always said I've wanted Sonic to have more combat orientated moves, and from that standpoint, this will go down as the best Sonic game in regards to a combat standpoint. I had a lot of fun with the combat. I was doing a lot of shit. My only issue with it is the fact that I feel even on the hardest difficulty, the enemies don't have enough health for you to enjoy the combat to its fullest. But outside of that, the combat is actually very fun. It's not hard. It's not. You could technically say it's on the easier end, but Sonic games aren't supposed to be like kick your teeth in hard anyway. In regards to what I think are my biggest glaring issues, and everybody's glaring issue, is the subspace. Even before we knew that it wasn't going to be as good as it actually was, I wasn't looking forward to it. You can ask Blake or everyone here. I said the main thing I'm looking forward to is exploring the world as a Sonic Adventure 1 stan. That's what I was here for. And, that's the part that has the combat anyway. You can't even do any of your combat abilities in the cyberspace stages anyway. But, yeah, the cyberspace levels, I think literally everyone agrees is not good. It's the weakest part of the game. But outside of cyberspace and I guess Island 3, everything else about this game I really like. I think the strongest thing about this game is the dialogue and the lore that it adds to the Sonic overall universe. It is some what's the word I'm looking for? Some of the most important lore for Sonic we've gotten since, I would say, Sonic Adventure 2, around there. Because they really dive into some stuff that lore-wise that I thought we would never get the answers to. And I'm not going to say what those are, but it's really good stuff.
Someone in the chat says peak fiction. The stories is true.
I would say in regards to story, in comparison to what Sonic has given us from a story standpoint prior, that is definitely I'm not going to fight against that statement. I would say in regards to dialogue, this is by far definitely the best dialogue any Sonic game has ever had, because
Agreed.
It is on par with what I am personally used to from the IDW comics. Ian Flynn did his thing with the dialogue. All of the characters and the depiction of all of the characters are now the best versions of the characters. This is what they need to be depicted as moving forward.
How do you feel about the more casual people, like basically reviewers, who all complain about the dialogue, saying it was like grim, dark, and they couldn't take it seriously? You think they just don't get it, or?
No, yeah, that I completely agree.
They haven't played a
don't
Sonic
get
game
it.
before.
They don't get it. They don't get it. This is what we're here for. All of the fans enjoy this, and they are just they just
You
don't
can't
get
say
it.
all of the fans. You have to say like maybe a majority of the fans, because obviously
Sure,
some of the
majority.
people may be fans.
Sure, majority. I would go as far as to say 95% of them.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them. But yeah. No, I when I finished when I was in like the last island, it was sitting about at an 8, but that final boss and like the true final boss, apparently you got to play the game on hard mode to get there. I am not particularly a fan of genre shifts. That's all I'm gonna say in regards to the final.
Yeah,
boss.
I did hear about that. That it shift genres completely.
Yeah, so it's
Hope you like Ikaruga.
yeah, it's not what I wanted for a final boss, especially if you're looking at the gameplay right now. You've seen that was another one of the strong points of this game were the bosses and the titans, and seeing once again the best depiction of a character that we've known about. This is the best depiction of Supersonic we've ever seen across literally any content of Supersonic ever is in this game right here. He's doing some crazy shit. He's referencing Dragon Ball. He referenced Dragon Ball like twice across 2 different fights. And
Really?
this is just
Yeah.
This is it's funny because it's like we all in our head assumed that Supersonic was what he is in this game, because before this game, the abilities that Supersonic had gameplay wise was basically, a double jump in the 2D games,
boost,
and
like Adventure 2, and Adventure 1,
and then just a tackle boost in Adventure 2. But like we in our heads we always kind of imagined Supersonic to basically be like a Dragon Ball Z character. So I like the fact that the developers, instead of just like, oh yeah, we all know that Sonic has taken a lot of inspiration from Dragon Ball related things, 7 Dragon Ball 7 Chaos Emeralds, Supersonic, there's a lot of stuff. But I'm just happy that they were just like, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna make Supersonic what everyone kind of like always thought he was to begin with.
Okay.
So that's really, really fucking good too. I think a lot of people can agree that those Supersonic fights are definitely the highlights. This is what Supersonic is
absolutely
forward.
All right. We got some super chats.
Yeah, we got some super chats real quick. From Sebastian saying critics don't like Flynn. Should have been Penders. Okay,
Jesus Christ.
Okay, all right, buddy.
On a roll today.
And we got a super chat from a new face, Yorha Mixta, with the $199 super chat saying, "Am I the only one that found the VAs strange?" The VAs to me, it feels like they weren't going for the modern Sonic style; they were going for the IDW style, because they all sound like IDW characters to me.
Yeah, which is
Also
what Sega
great,
wanted.
amazing, greatness.
Absolutely.
Go
IDW
raw,
greatness.
fire,
Yeah.
peak fiction. Got it.
My God.
Yeah. So that's what they were going for, Yorha. So if you haven't read the IDW comics, go and read that, because story and dialogue wise, that is the strongest. That is the strongest.
And in the game somewhere they reference an IDW character. I can't. What's her name again?
Tangle.
Tangle. Yeah, they reference Tangle, who's only been in the IDW.
All right.
So
well, the thing-
IDW is pretty canon at this point.
Technically, the thing about Tangle is that her debut to the overall franchise was technically via one of those. I think that that Sonic mobile temple run
Speed
game
Battle?
that they had? Yeah, she
Was she
technically
in Speed
debuted.
Battle?
Yeah, she technically debuted from there. So technically, she's a Sega character, but she was never seen outside of that mobile game. And then IDW was like, we're gonna use her. So I'm not entirely fully sure if they're eluding that IDW will be canon moving forward. I hope so, because I would love to see characters like Surge and the rest of them. Especially if you know what they did with Sage in this game, that would be very interesting, because they're already doing something similar to that in the IDW comics. But the point is, yeah, we're not entirely sure that it's going to be connected to IDW yet. But I highly recommend you read that if you want to see some not some of the best Sonic story and dialogue ever created, and that's what this game is referencing, because Sega knows.
Also, if any of you in the chat are not like against rooting, but maybe find a little bit more, like I guess nerd or not, or a little bit like I guess what's what I'm looking for, like
If you are illiterate,
Easy.
Wow.
Damn.
If you were feeling daunted, there you go, daunted by the amount of like IDWs out. I believe Riku has the channel. I can't remember the name of the channel, but they have made like a fan dub of the first like 30 issues and added like Sonic music into it, and like that's how I got into it, and from there it's been a wild ride. So I'd recommend you guys check their channel out because they're still uploading those too.
Is it Adrenaline Dubs? Is that
Adrenaline Dubs? Yes, Adrenaline Dubs.
There's a
Okay,
metal.
cool.
The metal virus arc was amazing.
Yes. Oh, it surely was.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna bookmark this for later.
Blake, what are your thoughts on Sonic Frontiers? We know you played it for a long time.
All right, chat. Now y'all can go back to the episode. It was sometime this year, I believe. I said if Sonic Frontiers is mid, if it's a Sonic game that I personally do not enjoy, I might be done with the franchise. But this game hella delivered, bro. This game had me almost in tears at times. See, I'm like the type of person where I won't say it because Chad was playing Xenoblade still, but there's a certain scene in Xenoblade. They start playing a certain song, and I mean, I'm like thinking in the back of my head, this isn't that emotional. And then I look in my camera on the stream, and I'm bawling my eyes. I'm like, what's going on here, bro? It's when a good song hits and you're listening to the lyrics, bro. It can do crazy things. The first credits theme that plays, I won't spoil like what happens or what's being like. It wrecked me, bro. It was crazy. But gameplay wise, like I said, Riku and I share a single brain cell on a lot of the stuff in this game. I also agree cyberspace is very unfortunate. I like the 3D cyberspace stages actually. It's just the 2D stages are an actual slog. The 3D stages were pretty good. They had like Green Forest in there, and Metal Harbor was really fun to play through again. That was all really fun. Sage was a character we knew very little about, and the fact that she becomes like, or that I'm trying not to like spoil anything, but Sage is just a great character and like one of my favorites now. She's very wholesome, and I just did not expect like that sort of energy from her. She reminds me a lot of like Altina from Cold Steel. Like even her voice actress sounds like, it's not the same girl, but it sounds like the same girl. So
like Altina.
Yeah, basically. I could just hear her like going up to Eggman and do that little meme. Instructor, hey, can I have a coin? Can I have a coin? Instructor. I'm sure y'all seen that comic. That comic's great. So yeah, Sage is great. Now, Supersonic in this game, bro. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all's not ready.
I need to watch Blake's reaction thing because it's really funny.
Oh, dude, bro. Oh my gosh.
Someone in chat wants to know, should they pick up Sonic or Pokemon if they had to choose?
Pokemon, yes, Pokemon.
Sonic because you can get it for
I mainly meant for Riku and not.
I was going to say
because he's the only one that's played both, really.
So I would ask you this: it's because it's entirely up to the individual. Sonic is on sale right now. Pokemon will never go on sale. You can buy Pokemon literally anytime. Pokemon, freaking the Queen's Casket will go on sale before Pokemon goes on sale. So like, it's entirely up to you. Sonic Frontiers right now is on sale as part of GameStop's Black Friday, Best Buy Black Friday. Pretty sure you can get it on the PlayStation Store as well. So it's just everywhere you go, it's on sale. Sonic Frontiers, between the two of them, I think Sonic Frontiers is in my top 5 games of this year. Scarlet and Violet, I don't even know if they're in my top 10. Potentially, maybe. I say,
you streamed for like 14 hours and this ain't in your top 10? Okay, I'm gonna let it go. Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay. Okay, maybe it's in my top 10. Not my top 5. Legends Arceus is in my top 5. Legends Arceus, honestly, if it's a toss-up between Legends Arceus and Sonic, now that's a more close argument, but I would say if I had to play an entire game through again, I would choose Sonic over Scarlet and Violet. I'm actually planning to play through Sonic Frontiers fully again. I'm going to platinum it again on the PlayStation 4 version, bro. Your boy is going in for a second run. That boy Shadow was there. He was like, good morning, Blake. How's Sonic? All right, cool. See you later. He came back. He said, bro, you're still streaming. I'm on my lunch break. What's going on? He left. He came back. He said, I just got done working a 10-hour shift and you're still here. I was like, listen, bro. Listen.
Blake, I probably would be with you to want to platinum it again on the PS4. If only the PS4 version ran at 60 as well, which it doesn't. So I was just like, you know what?
That's unfortunate, but I'm not. It's all right.
Does it run at 60 on the Switch?
No.
No. The only things that run 60 on is PC, Series X, and PS5.
I forgot I was on Series X. I forgot Series X even exists.
Lord, we're not going
Oh boy.
Shameful.
So yeah, the supersonic set pieces, like Riku said, like my top 3 supersonic boss fights are like, and this is just in no order, so no one assume this is like my top 3 in order. But my top 3 are Sonic Unleashed, Sonic 06, and Sonic Frontiers. Those 3 games, in my opinion, have like the best supersonic fights and set pieces.
Oh, okay. I thought you said best in the series. I was like, wait, what? I was like, okay, good. Go ahead.
But like, no, I mean, see, now if we're talking about the supersonic theme songs, like Live and Learn will still stay my favorite supersonic fight theme ever, and then like Open Your Heart, What I'm Made Of, like all great songs. I Am All of Me, which is technically cheating because that's Shadow's theme. But the new songs that they have in the game, like for the supersonic fights, because I didn't know anything about these. No, these weren't leaked at all. So when you what's that? No, they were not at all. When you encounter the first Titan, bro, and you hear the vocals pick up, you're like, now hold on. You're like, wait, bro. I had goosebumps the entire fight, the entire first Titan fight, and then this is something that of course Sonic Team would do this. When you're fighting Titans, and you get them down past a certain phase, and they go to their next phase, they will actually start the song again at a different spot. So in the second Titan, when it goes to the what's that?
I said there was 2 Dragon Ball references. There's actually 3. I forgot it. There was the one where the lasers. He has to stop the laser. There's 3.
So
yeah. If you're a fan of Dragon Ball, you love this game.
So I think it's agreed that this is a really good Sonic game.
What were you saying?
Yeah, I was gonna pose a question to you guys.
Yeah.
Do we think that this is the best direction that Sonic should go in? Like the next mainline Sonic game, do we want it to be this open world experience, or we still hankering for adventure stuff?
Here, let me say something quick about this, because I was actually thinking about this at work today. First of all, has everyone here has played Elden Ring, correct?
I have, yeah.
I have.
I mean, yeah, technically I have played Elden Ring, yeah.
Okay. So basically how Elden Ring is set up, you have your open world, and then you have these caves or like dungeons,
legacy dungeons.
That you can go into in Elden Ring, and that's a whole little mini dungeon within itself, and then you either exit out the same way you came in or through a different way. There are 2 parts in all of Sonic on, I can't remember which islands. I think Island 3 had one that kind of had it set up that way, where you go into this specific, like, I guess, tavern or whatever, and you basically just dungeon crawl through it. And the way that felt, I was like, bro, I think that the cyberspace levels should have been treated like how those little cave areas were treated, because they felt like their own level within the open world in that little secluded.
So you're saying, Riku, they shouldn't make cyberspace like an optional throwaway thing, but kind of integrated more to the main game, like checkpoints.
I'm sure they can put things inside those parts that are very important to make the player want to go inside them. I'm not sure if I would say optional. Maybe like, okay, finish a specific amount of them to continue, because some people are going to just skip all of them, because that's what they kind of allow you to do in this game if you fish with Big. And I just think them allowing you to skip all of the stuff, all of the cyberspace stuff with Big, it's a pro and a con. It's a pro because, okay, the cyberspace stuff aren't good, so you have an option to skip it if you want. It's bad because it's like you're admitting that it's not good, so here's something else that you can do to skip over what we are kind of telling you it's not good in the first place, right? If it was good, I would assume that they would have been like, no, if you want to like continue and get the keys that you need to get, you need to play these cyberspace levels, right? It's not like you could play Sonic Adventure and then skip over the action stages to progress. No, you have to. It's mandatory, and they're good. So like, sure. you know. But going back to what I was saying about the whole Elden Ring thing, that's how Elden Ring had it set up. You would be exploring in the big world. You would see a little cave. You would go through the cave. You would have a good time in a little mini dungeon, and then you would come out and be good. And they did that 2 times in Sonic Frontiers. And when I was in them, I was like, bro, this feels good. I like this as like its own like secluded stage, because if you played Sonic Frontiers, you know that the gameplay with outside of the open area and the gameplay within the cyberspace levels, the 3D ones in specific, since that's the closest to the open area, they don't feel the same. How you feel it with Sonic in the 3D cyberspace levels feels more stiff. It doesn't feel like you have full control, and like I already said, you don't have any of your combat abilities, so like you just feel like a gimped version of Sonic in the cyberspace stages. But like I said, in those cave stages, you have everything you need in there, and there were certain parts in those caves where it's like you can it stops and you fight the enemies in there, and then you continue with your typical like Sonic running and platforming and whatnot. It felt like a Sonic adventure stage. Like one of those stages inside there kind of felt like Pyramid Cave to me. And I was just like, if they're gonna do Sonic Frontiers again, and it's gonna be open area, that's how the stages need to be handled. I don't want any more of this cyberspace. I'm going into another dimension. Into like I say honestly, just drop all of that and just kind of set it up like Elden Ring.
So this is that's the best way moving forward for Sonic franchise.
In regards to like gameplay, I want Frontiers to be its own thing. Like, give me a Frontiers 2, Frontiers 3, whatever, and whatever.
He wants it to transcend Sonic like Ryza.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Basically, I'm just saying for 3D Sonic, this is the path it needs to go. No more of whatever the fuck they were doing before this. They just need to focus on that. If you want to do more 2D, I'm not saying like don't give us any more 2D. I'm sure everybody would want Sonic Mania 2, but we're not going to talk about that.
Yes, sir. Okay.
But for 3D, I think that's what they need to do.
All right. We got a super chat. I heard your super chat.
We got a super chat from Aaron Harrington. Ooh, that boy with the love to Shadow and no one else. Just doing a drive-by blessing for the best motherfucking JRPG podcast out there in these streets. Stay blessed, y'all. Ooh, he donated $50. That's $10 each, and then nothing for greatness because he's a guest.
Aaron Harrington, thank you for dropping by. Appreciate that. Best motherfucking JRG podcast out there. You love to see it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Good donation. Yeah, basically just what everything Riku just said. I pretty much agree. Yeah, okay. I think that Sonic moving forward can learn a lot from this game. I really hope they don't see, because Sonic's big issue is that it tries to be a jack of all trades, master of nothing. Like, every time they have a formula that works, they're like, okay, what if we tried another formula that worked, and then it doesn't work? So like just legitimately, Sonic Team, if you're looking, you guys are on a good track right now. The next game, make more islands, get rid of the technical issues like the pop-in, just improve upon Sonic. We don't like if you want to try playable characters or like alternate stories, go for it. If you just want to focus on Sonic and make him even better and more fleshed out, I'm still here for it, bro.
I think that's the best way to go, because like having them do like different play styles, they're gonna drop the ball somewhere. So just keep it to Sonic for a while, and I would say if you're gonna do any other character to play as playable, it has to be Shadow, because he's the closest to Sonic's playstyle. You can slightly change some things, give him some chaos abilities, and he already fights probably more than Sonic on a regular basis. So it's like, I feel like he would be the easiest person to add if you were to go ahead and add a different character to play as other than Sonic. Okay. So I would say that. I see the chat, Ace Breaker. Shadow got his money, don't need that Sonic. No, I'm gonna need that money, all right? I think you were part of that too. So I'm gonna need that cash money, all right? Cash at me, Venmo, Zelle, whatever have you. I'm gonna need that money. All right. We don't play around these parts. Okay. So is that a wrap on Sonic? Are we good on Sonic?
If you guys want to touch on like the graphical glitches and stuff that the game had, then we can. But
I mean, like, is it as big as a problem as Scarlet and Violet?
Why not?
Okay, so I don't think it's
It's just a little bit of pop in here and there. That's really it. It doesn't have any great game breaking.
like
it's a pretty well optimized game.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't recall it having any graphical issues or it crashing to any degree at any time playing this, which is good. It seems like they learned their lesson when it came to the release of Sonic Colors Ultimate.
Well, that was done by Blind Squirrel, wasn't done by Team Sonic.
Understandable, but Sega still had to approve yeah, they still had to approve to state that it was in when they launched it. Same thing with Sonic 06. You know, that released as an unstable mess as well, and it still is to this day. You know, it never got patched. The point is, at least from a stability standpoint, Sonic seems to be good to go.
Yeah.
The pop-ins, everyone's talking about how bad the pop-ins are and whatnot. I don't know. For me,
I got used to it. I never really noticed. Yeah,
it never bothered me. Like,
yeah,
it's not like I never. Here's the thing: it never got to a point where the pop-in people, and I saw some people were saying that they were Sonic was moving so fast that when stuff popped in, I couldn't react to it because it wasn't there to begin with. That
sounds like a skill issue.
Never fucking happened to me. Anytime I saw, I even went back and looked at my gameplay, which I didn't even notice the pop in as I was playing it. I went back and looked at my footage. When I saw the pop-in, the stuff that was popping in, Sonic wasn't close enough for me to even interact with that shit to begin with. So I don't know what part they're talking about. Maybe they're playing the Switch version and the shit just loads slower because it doesn't have an SSD. And that's what's, what the thing, or maybe they'll play it on PS4. It wasn't happening to me on PS5. I was too busy. Go ahead.
Quick question. Sorry to cut you off, but when you say you were capturing, you were going back and checking footage, did you capture the whole gameplay for this game?
No, just certain parts that I shared on Twitter about drop dashing up a mountain and whatnot. So I was just sharing some clips.
Wait.
Oh, okay, I was just wondering. I thought you're gonna do a video or something on the game.
No.
Okay, so I was watching the gameplay for a second. Devil, I'm not over you drawing an Among Us on those things, bro.
Sir. You caught that?
Chat, call him out, bro. That boy just drew an Among Us on those three guys. They did not have that. They did not deserve that.
Oh my god! All right, so
Psyloop is great. Psyloop is great.
All right, so I think we're good.
I'm interested to find out if Psyloop is going to return. I wonder if this is going to be a part of his moveset moving forward, or is this a one-time thing? Which is a very interesting question.
Should be a Frontiers feature. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's it for Sonic. I'll play the game as soon as I get my money. That's all I'll say. That's all I'm gonna say. But we got that squared away. All right. So let's move on to
where did Pao go?
Shiny hunting probably. I don't know. So let's go on to the Game Awards here. We're not going to go through every single category of the Game Awards. We'll be here all night. We're just going to go through two Game of the Year nominees and RPG of the Year nominees. So let's start out with, I guess we can go with Game of the Year first. Game of the Year nominees are as followed. We have A Plague Tale Requiem. I don't even know what the hell that game is. Elden Ring.
Really good. Oh, it's just a game in Brooklyn.
Oh man,
Rats.
a lot of rats. Yeah, a lot of rats. Like holy crap. We got Elden Ring, which of course when it first came out, everybody and their mother was playing it. Everybody and their mother sung its praises. It's the greatest thing ever. We have God of War Ragnarok, which I'm hearing amazing things about.
Fire.
Absolutely. Horizon Forbidden West, which I think kind of got overshadowed after another game released right after it. Was it Elden Ring?
Elden Ring came out a week after.
Okay, yeah. I feel like it got overshadowed. Yeah, still fire. Stray is on here too, which is just how Sway? You couldn't get anything else on there. I feel like Stray is is an indie game, isn't it? Is it an indie game?
It's an indie game.
That's
Isn't it by Annapurna?
It's just a very kind of, I guess, sort of expensive indie game because they did go to Sony's, I think, mocap studio to get some stuff. So it's kind of.
It's also a PlayStation console exclusive. So
look at all these PlayStation games, right, Riku?
He said console exclusive. It's also on something else. Calm down.
Oh my god. We also have Xenoblade 3 is also on here for Game of the Year.
Will you look at that, Shadow?
The only Xenoblade game to ever get nominated for shit.
Wow. Holy shit.
That's rather interesting, huh, Shadow?
It deserves it too. That game is special.
Absolutely.
It really does.
All right, so I think we could agree that every game on here deserves to be on here. Is that right?
besides Stray, yeah.
No. Stray does not deserve to be on here.
Well, okay.
Why is that cat game there?
Yeah, Stray needs to get out, bro. Stray's not welcome here.
Stray's fine. It's not a Game of the Year contender.
So what should have replaced Stray?
Cult of the Lamb.
Cult of the Lamb. Yeah, if
Triangle
we need an
strategy.
indie rep, Cult of the Lamb.
Tactics
Yeah.
strategy.
Triangle strategy should have been there,
Tactics
yeah.
Ogre, great.
Pokemon Legends.
Wow.
But if there's
Pokemon.
an indie. There's always got to be. This is the thing, Shadow. There's always got to be an indie slot, and Stray got it, but it wasn't the best indie game of the year.
Yeah, but who?
Honestly,
who
if you
put
had
this
to
in?
give that, to an indie game, I'd say Cult of the Lamb.
Yep, I agree.
Cult of the Lamb was such a good indie game.
Okay. All right. Man, are we not cat people around here? Is that what we're saying? Okay.
Person, I'm just saying that's a charity case. That's basically they just put that in there. For no other reason than to say,
I am also
we
a
put
cat
this in here.
person.
I am
that
also a
game-
cat person as well.
Dog team, dog gang.
Weird.
Honestly,
we're
it
just-
might be because I'm a cat person that I was so offended. That game, Riku also corroborated everything I said about the game. Like, it was great up until the halfway point, and then it completely fell off.
Oh man.
Well, for me, it's like they tried to tell a story in there.
In a cat game,
Um,
It didn't work
And-
out. Okay.
like
I think
dystopian
for me-
society, like ancient dead people and like us.
I think the story is definitely far grander than what it probably should have been about. And then to top it all off, I felt like whatever they were leading to, the conclusion to that felt anticlimactic. Spoiler, the game doesn't have a final boss. So it's like,
It just ends.
it just ends. Yeah, you just reach to this specific area, you press a button, and a cutscene starts, and then the game's over. And it's just like, huh? And it just leaves the whole world that they spend building up to that point. It just felt inconclusive. Like, is there going to be a sequel? Is this just a one-hit wonder? If it is, inconclusive as fuck.
Okay.
I just wanted to see a dog, right? I wanted to see the final boss be some sort of dog. And the dog's, I don't know, the game actually has some little mini combat related things in there too, surprisingly enough. And it's like, okay, are you guys setting me up to fight something eventually? No, it's just these little blobs that try to jump on you and suck your energy away, and it's just like
Suck.
So okay, so if we all had to, I guess, put money down on it or bet on it or know it, which one is gonna win Game of the Year here?
Hold on. Before we do that,
Ring.
we got super chats real quick before we read that. So we got two. We got two from Sebastian. I'm praying for this greatness. Please endorse Stray.
Oh man, Stray.
I mean, yes. Oh no, Stray is greatness because I have a cat. So yeah.
And then we got another super chat from Sebastian saying, "Old men can't understand greatness." I'm just saying, bro. As soon as you get to that town, you let me know if you can get through there without a guide. Go ahead.
All right,
I give
so
the game a 7.25.
7.2. Oh yeah, you got that weird rating scale. You make me sick.
You're weird, Riku.
All right, so
I never
what game here is gonna win Game of the Year for sure? What's taking
Elden
it?
Ring.
Elden Ring's gonna win.
Elden Ring. It's gonna be Elden Ring.
That'd be Elden Ring.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
God of War won last
Here's the-
time, so I don't see it getting
No.
it again.
Did God of War beat Spider-Man?
Yeah, God of
did.
War
It
was
won
Game of the
Game of the
Year.
Year.
Yeah. No,
I don't see it doing
okay,
it
yeah, it did. But here's the thing: there was a lot of really good games in 2018 that God of War was able to beat, and this game is better than that game. So it's like, I'm not saying that God of War is going to win, but I don't think is as easy as you guys think it will be. I
not
know
easy.
from
No, it's
software.
What
close.
you're
It's
saying
close.
is Sony's going to pay them off.
Oh,
As they
man.
always do.
Oh man,
He-
Jeff Keighley
here's-
out here
here you go.
taking bribes.
I'm just going to repeat what I just said. I wouldn't count God of War out of the contest just yet. And Bao, you might be onto something. Regardless if you are or aren't, From Software and first-party Sony AAA games are usually the ones that win their Game of the Years when they are nominated. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
I mean,
I
I think
saying
I
like
it's
think it's like 60-40.
I think if
No,
it's
I'm just
anything
saying-
other than
No, I'm just saying-
Ragnarok or Elden Ring, I'll be genuinely surprised.
Yeah, it's only between those two for sure.
Q, what I'm
Whoa,
saying
whoa.
is that the people who make the ultimate decision, that's what they like.
So why did you predict that for Sonic games? So for Sonic Frontiers, what happened there?
We didn't predict a mental health case happening in that guy's review.
All right, so
Here's the thing. You remember what you said, and you are correct about this. There's always that one nigga that just comes in and fucks up the whole fucking rating thing. You said that. I think you said that back on our previous Ben. You were just like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
There was always that one dude that comes in and be like, "This game is garbage," and then just fucks up the whole fucking thing. We had that. This is that guy.
IGN in Italy who like lowered some review score for was it SFT5? Shadow wanted it to be higher or something like that, but IGN Italy gave it like a lower review.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Something
Yeah,
like that. There's
yeah.
always that one nigga. So
Okay. We got super chat.
We got a super chat from Cranberry saying, "Do Game of the Year awards actually matter to you guys?" And in general, it's just a discussion piece.
Yeah,
to me.
basically.
No,
Yeah,
it's just a discussion.
Honestly, the only reason anybody watches these is to see what else people announce. Like they announced Joker
Yeah.
at the Game Awards. They showed up at the
Yeah,
Wild 2
we're
at the
here
Game
for the
Awards.
premieres.
Exactly. Like
Yeah, it doesn't.
it's
Really
like if they weren't showing anything, I would not have been there the year they circled Jerk Last of Us 2.
Yeah, but yeah, to answer your question, Cran, it's just like it's entertainment. We just want to see what happens, and then when something
World premieres.
world premieres, and when something hits an upset like Stray winning Game of the Year, that's my bet.
Oh,
We just want to see the
When
meltdown.
Imagine Dragon shows up.
ew.
So yeah, I think we're all on the consensus that Elden Ring and God of War are going to be the primary contenders. I really do think it's gonna be like besides those two, maybe Horizon or Stray, because I want to see the internet
Horizon ain't
breakdown from Stray winning. That's gonna be hilarious. If it does, that's a problem.
If Stray wins, Jeff Keighley's definitely in bed with the developer, like he was for It Takes Two. Like,
Whoa.
So
It Takes Two was a
Here's the
great
thing-
game. That game was
here's
not
the
Game of the
thing,
Year.
I don't
Last
know.
year was a weak year, I guess.
Here's the thing about you saying Jeff Keighley being in bed with a specific person. If Jeff Keighley was ever to be in bed with any
Kojima?
developer during any award ceremony back in the day, it would have been with Hideo Kojima bouncing
Yeah,
on his cock when Death
my
Stranding
God.
did not win Game of the Year. for his year.
Didn't Kojima put Keighley in Death Stranding?
Yes,
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was in
and that game didn't win Game of the Year, and people are like, "Oh, Jeff Keighley decided to not give a Game of the Year because we knew that he would give a Game of the Year."
Yeah, see, exactly,
And it's
bro.
like-
See, that sounds accurate to me.
So it's not great.
So what I'm saying is that in that specific scenario, it was damned if he did, damned if he didn't.
Oh my god. So okay, so what are the chances that Horizon pulls an upset? No, not at all. Can't happen. All
I'm
right.
the biggest Horizon
I mean-
fan, and that's not happening.
What about?
I think out of I don't see Plague Tale Requiem is a wild card because I know nothing about it. I just know that people like talk highly about this game.
okay.
It's just there. I think Plague's Tale and Stray, and even sadly to some degree Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
That's the bottom three.
Those three games. I'm not saying they're the bottom three. I'm saying those games. I feel Jeff Keighley just put them in there as placeholders.
So there were other. So wait a minute. There are just no other games worthy enough, or is just like
No. There's always
saying
going to be a Nintendo rep. You know that. So
Yeah, and I'm
I don't
saying
think there
for
was last year.
Jeff Keighley in particular, I think that's just how they see it.
I don't get why they do the nominations with like those 5. I think it should just be like maybe 3 if anything, because at the end of the day, we
I think
all
6.
know.
I think 6 is too much. Has it always been 6?
it's only 6 for game.
like-
So it's 5 for every category. It's 6 for game of the year.
Which makes no sense
And
because
it's
at the
always
end of the
been
day,
like
they probably changed it like that sometime, but it basically just defeats the purpose of the whole awards. Like it essentially makes whatever that game is that doesn't win those other games that you could see in the list, like games like Stray. It's like everyone knows that's not gonna win it. So like, why is it even there in the first place? You know?
Yeah, I feel like definitely like you guys said, those 3 are definitely in there as charity cases for the most part.
Yeah.
Especially Xenoblade. I feel like Xenoblade just barely got in there, to be honest.
Especially since Jeff Keighley was like Jeff Keighley saw the amount of Xenoblade fans that has been attacking him for the past couple of years.
He probably stood them a bone for this one time.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
He's like,
he's
probably looking at these awards and being like, he's like laughing himself. I ain't giving Xenoblade Chronicles shit, but you know what? It's there now, so.
So no, we can't downplay this. Shadow, this one we call yacht, okay? So in this awards history, they don't respect JRPGs, all right? The last time they nominated JRPGs is Persona 5 Royal and FF7 Remake in the last 6 years. So for Xenoblade 3 to make the lineup, it's a big deal.
Okay, yeah, you got a point.
Okay, but what? Okay, bro, like genuinely greatness JRPGs came out in the last 6 years, because I can know
FF7 Remake and Persona 5 Royal and Xenoblade Chronicles 3, the exact same they nominated.
3 and 4, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
And didn't whatchamacallit didn't whatchamacallit win RPG of the year a few years back? Fire Emblem Three Houses. That was praised at the game when it came to your
I think
maybe for JRPG, but for the big categories, they don't respect JRPGs, so it's very rare.
They don't.
Yeah,
this is a step forward for JRPGs.
I don't think it's a step forward. It's a charity. It's a charity case.
Shadow. I agree with you. I'm saying that it's both. I'm saying that it is a step in the door for JRPGs. Glad that it's here, but in the same breath, it is also a charity case. Now we need to see what we need to see is after this year, next year, which next year there's a lot of really great games coming out next year as well. Right?
I don't think
16 will make it. I think 16.
Yeah, 16. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, 16 is gonna make it. Obviously.
Yeah, but that's more of a 16 does have a very Western.
Yeah. I don't know why I don't consider that one like traditional JRPG or anything like that. But
here you guys go.
Listen, all right. Let's not get off topic here. Let's not get off topic.
I mean, we still technically are on topic, but no, I agree with them. Like, here's the thing: Final Fantasy 16 has the gameplay of a Devil May Cry game. Yeah, and it's and from a franchise standpoint, this is Final Fantasy. To a degree, it has like an exception to the rule in regards to making it in categories that you probably wouldn't see it in. So seeing it as a nominee next year, don't be surprised by that. I'm literally talking about every other JRPG that isn't Final Fantasy making it in there next year.
But again, I think the issue with this, more so than anything else, is that when you have like 3 games that are nominated, or 6 or whatever is the number they have right now, do we ever remember any of the games that were ever nominated in the first place? So what's the point of being nominated? I don't remember what was nominated.
I don't remember who won last year, so I think it was God of War.
Last year was It Takes Two.
It Takes Two.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! So wait a minute. If Takes Two can win, we telling me Stray can't win?
But here's the developer.
Oh no!
Well, he knows the developer. He knows
Mr. Fuck the Oscars.
But also, even though I personally slander It Takes Two, It Takes Two is not a bad game.
Oh no, it's a great game.
We're also saying
It Takes Two.
We're not saying that about Stray either. Stray is a great game, isn't it?
But is it the best game of the year? I don't think so.
Well, here's the thing about Stray, though. I had my gripes with Stray in many different aspects, and a lot of people share that. And I don't consider Stray a good game. I consider that shit mid. It Takes Two is at least good to me. Right, I have my gripes with it, but it's at least good. It's a good platform.
I wouldn't say It Takes Two is good. It is better than good, because I think if you play it with someone,
if you have
I did play with someone. Here's the thing. I did play with someone. What I'm saying is that
you played it with his
at least It Takes Two is at least an 8 to me, right? I know some people are giving it 9s or 10s. I'm saying it's at least an 8. Like I said, Stray barely made a 7 for me. So I think it's a difference. One is actually good, and it has a lot of things going for it, and a story you can probably get behind. The next one literally has nothing I said.
Okay. All right. We got a couple of super chats, Blake.
Yeah, we got a few super chats. I was just waiting for a break. We got Night Fury here saying, I can't wait for FF14 to beat Fortnite in 2 categories again this year. I can't wait to see those tiers. I mean, I'm a huge Fortnite fan, and I absolutely think it deserves best ongoing game. But 14 is great, so I'll accept that too. And we got a super chat from Ace saying Genshin for best mobile game and best ongoing game, right, guys? Right?
No.
I'm pretty sure I stated yesterday, Ace, that 50% of your Genshin fund must now be deposited in my bank account every week. So and he agreed to that. So I'm going to be helping Ace with his funds because he can't be trusted anymore with his Genshin, which is his Genshin pension.
Damn, he is on that gotcha life. Is that what you're saying? Hey, saying ain't so.
No, I'm not. I don't want to be. I don't want to out Ace on stream, but I'm gonna out Ace on stream. That boy told me in confidence that he spent over $2,000 on that game.
Oof! Oh my god!
Wow,
my boy Ace, he is in there. He's in that deep gotcha hell, man. Oh man,
one of those whales.
He's a whale. Oh man.
Remember, chat, y'all didn't hear that from me. I realize that you can't really say that on a live stream, but Cranberry with the super chat saying, I love pussy, but I don't think Stray should be nominated. I mean, I agree. I do agree. Another super chat. Another super chat. Shadow, if you don't go buy Sonic off Steam right now with all these super chats, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Stray is mid. Also, Riku, Cold Steel 4 is fire. Oh no, we're not gonna have this debate.
Yes, sir.
All right, so real quick, let's just go around the room real quick. What's everybody's game of the year?
Personal game of the year.
Personal game of the year. You don't have to get too in depth about it, but just give us your personal game of the year. Bao, you want to take it away?
Xenoblade 3, second game only ever to make me cry. One of the best
make you cry.
RPGs I've ever played.
It's
up there with Xenoblade 1.
This man cry.
Shadow, I haven't met someone that didn't cry at Xenoblade 3.
Oh my god!
Hi, Riku's done one right here.
Riku doesn't have a soul. He doesn't count.
What do you mean? What do you mean? No. There are games. Well, technically, I don't remember any game ever making me cry. But some Falcom games have made me teary-eyed. But what I'm saying is that I do find it funny that the parts that people cried in Xenoblade, I was just like, I wasn't cheering. I was just more like, this got you niggas crying.
What's wrong with you, Riku?
Oh my god! You know what? I'm probably gonna be right there with Riku when I finally get to it. Devil, what's your game of the year, man?
I hate to say it, Shadow. I can't unveil it because I like to keep it a suspense till the end of the year. But it is amongst the nominees, so it's one of them. I thought I was
always about to say Among Us. I'll say what?
No.
Okay.
Foreshadowing in its gameplay.
It's between 4 games: Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon, and Xenoblade 3. So y'all can take a guess.
Let's go to Elden Ring.
It's probably gonna go to Elden Ring.
When award shows come out at the end of the year, which might feature some guests that's in this panel right here, we'll see. But
I feel like Devil, you made a good amount of money from Elden Ring videos, so I think it's that one.
That's only 40K views, nothing.
Okay.
Wow.
Still good. That's good. There you go.
Look at him off in his collar and shit. We see you, Nikki.
But yeah, PlayStation, Sony repping. You know, we doing good this year. So, yeah, maybe one of those.
All right. Greatness. What's the greatness of this year? What's your game of the year?
I really, really liked Live Alive.
Yes. Greatness.
Triangle Strategy was great. Tactics Ogre is great. But to be honest, my game of the year is probably going to be Crisis. Even though it hasn't come out yet. But
really? Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Crisis.
But what is it currently? What is it currently right now?
Right now, probably Triangle Strategy because it's literally just fucking Square's Game of Thrones, but legally distinct.
Okay. Q, what's your game of the year?
It's only between 2 games, to be honest. It's between Arceus and Triangle Strategies, actually, for me.
The 2 games you played this year, Q?
I know, right? But I think between the 2 of them, I'm more leaning towards Triangle Strategies. Between the 2 of them, I don't know what I'm gonna decide at the end of the year, but for now, it feels like it's Triangle Strategies.
Okay. Riku?
Oh my god! Will you give me a break?
Riku, what's your game of the year, man?
Currently, right now, my game of the year is still Xenoblade Chronicles 3. But
not a PlayStation game.
But God of War Ragnarok is hitting hard right now.
Remember, that's Sony tax really different.
It's really hard.
God of War. God of War, I feel like has been like a sleeper favorite of mine. Every time someone asks me what are my favorite games of franchises of all time, for some reason I never say God of War, but when I think about it, I love every single God of War game. So it's like, why isn't it in there? And this is looking like it might be either my favorite or my second favorite to God of War 3, which is, I think, the only God of War I gave a 10 out of 10. So it's like, I really need to see what's going on. It's doing a lot of stuff I'm loving. But then there's also Callisto Protocol next.
Yeah, I gotta play that one.
And I'm a big Dead Space guy, and those trailers are just hyping me up. So I don't know what Callisto Protocol and God of War are going to do, but currently right now, if it's still Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
You know that's a live service game, right?
Oh,
Callisto Protocol?
I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, let me get the article right now.
Is it gonna have multiplayer?
Let me see.
I don't think so.
If it's a live service game,
unless you're thinking of Capcom's live service game that's coming out, Exoprimal.
No. It's Callisto Protocol. I'm putting it in the chat.
It belongs in a bin. Shameful.
There you go.
Let me see. Live service game. Interesting. Blake, what's your game of the year while we read this?
So Devil reserves the right to keep his a secret. I'll give you my top 5 though. Because I also retain the right. Actually, that's generally just because I don't know yet. I'm still thinking. But my top 5 this year, in no order, are Legends Arceus, Elden Ring, Live Alive, Sonic Frontiers, and Xenoblade 3.
What y'all here hiding y'all game of the year for? Who y'all hiding it for?
Listen, Shadow, I don't get
These guys
views,
making
bro.
videos and shit.
Exactly.
Oh my god! All right.
Listen. My little brother who just started YouTube like a month ago is getting more views than me now, bro. Like I don't get views anymore.
Little brother. What
Shout out
little
to
brother?
Triple S. Let's go.
Triple S is not little. He's a grown man.
Yeah, my little brother. I could be 80 years old. That nigga's still my little brother.
Okay, for me, I'm gonna have to give it to Triangle Strategy at this particular juncture. Maybe if I beat Xenoblade before the year is out, it'll be that for me. Or maybe even
As long as you don't say mid hackers or midnarch, Shadow, we good. So stick with that. Stick with Triangle Strategy.
Hyping up that fucking soul hackers.
Oh man!
my gosh.
Hold on, Ocean.
Wait. We got a super chat from Sebastian. Real quick, Q. Did you finish Mary Skelter yet?
Oh man!
I'm gonna just put it out there. You know what? I stopped Mary Skelter to play Triangle Strategies, and I regret nothing.
Oh my god!
Right?
After everything you were talking about for that game, you like just now. I'm not gonna finish it.
I am gonna finish it. I'm gonna go back to it. But I am playing Pokemon right now. So when I finish with Pokemon, I'll go back to Triangle Strategy. Mary Skelter. You know what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
All right.
Oh my god, this game is gonna.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
All right. Let's go on real quick to RPG. Well, not real quick. We need to actually get into depth on this one. RPG of the year. The nominees are Elden Ring, which I hate when a game is nominated for like 50 different categories. That shit pisses me off. I don't know. Anyway, let me get through this.
Here's the thing I'll say about that real quick. Usually when a game is nominated for multiple categories, that's a foreshadowing that it's going to win Game of the Year.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. Yeah.
It's a wrap for that category.
All right, so we got Elden Ring, Live Alive.
Live Alive?
Oh my gosh, Live Alive, nigga. He's just petty at this point.
Pokemon Legends Arceus, Triangle Strategy, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Universal, what do we think is going to win this one?
Elden Ring.
Sadly, Elden Ring.
Elden Ring is the least deserving in this category.
I actually voted Xenoblade, but it's an RPG. It's not JRPG.
Exactly. It's not a real JRPG.
Yeah.
But the category is called RPG.
The category is not for JRPGs, though.
I mean, technically, it is a JRPG. It's made in Japan, but
yeah, technically, but we don't count that one.
No, you don't count that one.
I count it.
To me, it's a Souls game.
It is
a Souls game that happens to be an RPG.
Souls games are action JRPGs with what's it called? Light. What's the genre called?
Roguelite.
Roguelite elements.
Barely.
So okay, so I think Elden Ring is definitely gonna win this one. But let's just plant an alternate future here, in which Elden Ring does not win Game of the Year, and it does not even win Best Role Playing Game. Would that put a hindrance, I guess, on Elden Ring's legacy? or
No.
a stain, maybe.
I
Or
was
something?
sucking it off all
shows-
year.
I say award shows have very little impact on sales.
It
Most
sold
of the time.
17 million copies. I think Elden Ring's fine.
Oh no, yeah, it's gonna be
I'll
fine.
never
I also
get
think
another armor core.
If if Elden Ring doesn't win this category, it's gonna be Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Because like I said earlier, if you're nominated for Game of the Year and you're in other categories, you're probably gonna win those categories as well. The only way I can see Xenoblade winning this category but not winning Game of the Year is if the people over there making those decisions think like you and say we don't consider this a traditional or as deep as a JRPG as the rest of these, so we're going to give this Game of the Year as this game transcends the genre. So we'll let that game win this category, and we will win the Game of the Year category. That's the only way I can see Elden Ring not winning this.
It's
and
interesting.
I said, if it's not going to be that, it's going to be Xenoblade.
It's interesting because, not to put this on a full force comparison to sports, but it's kind of like the Warriors when they went that one season for basketball. They went that one season 73-9 or something like that, and they didn't win the playoffs. They didn't win the championship. So it's kind of like that season was just down the drain. So I don't know. It kind of feels like that way for Elden Ring. It's like it's got all this praise. Everybody loved it. 10s out of 10s everywhere and whatnot. If it doesn't win Game of the Year, like, does it really? Does it really matter? I don't know. Maybe that's a bad comparison. I don't know. But
You lost me at sports.
Okay.
Me too.
I get a shout out.
Thank you, Devil, for getting it. Thank you for being cultured and having
By the
more
way,
interest outside of gaming.
Today, he bought FIFA today on Black Friday sale. Everybody point and laugh.
Devil,
Point
you
and laugh.
goofy motherfucker.
Devil,
should
you
tell
are
everybody
evil
point and
for
laugh.
that. Why would you go to FIFA? Give them your money.
Everybody point and laugh.
The most
Devil.
complete and well-rounded gamer in these streets.
Oh my God.
But he
I
won't
mean,
play Call
come
of
on,
Duty.
Devil. That's not true. I mean,
So
I play more games than you.
what are we thinking in this category is the charity case?
The charity case is
Live
Pokemon?
Alive, actually.
it's Live
Yeah,
Alive.
Live Live,
It's
yeah.
definitely Live Alive.
Wait,
Excuse me?
live alive? Is it live alive or live alive?
Live Alive.
Live
That's
alive. Live alive. They literally
official
said
pronunciation.
exactly. They literally
Is
said
it?
Live Alive when they announced it at one of your little
Say,
Nintendo
live.
Direct.
It's kind of
They
disrespectful
said Live
to the dev
Alive.
to call it something it isn't.
That's
No,
some
no,
Nintendo
no.
translator. What are you talking about? It's not. The
No,
devs.
no. To be fair,
At Nintendo.
Also,
To be-
about you've watched all the Kit and Krista episodes like I have. You understand how much goes into these directs, bro. Nintendo themselves has to sign off on everything that guy says. Nintendo made it that.
Yeah, exactly. And just to be fair, the real charity case in this is Elden Ring because it's not a real JRPG, but
Oh wow. Well, this is okay.
It's just
Why
RPG.
isn't
It's not a
it JRPG?
JRPG.
Wait, why isn't it a JRPG again?
because it's not. It doesn't have.
It's made in Japan and it's an
It doesn't-
RPG.
It's inspired
it doesn't
by
look like
Western
anime,
RPGs,
and it looks very Western.
It's got
So-
waifus. What, you seen Devil jerking off at this game, bro?
Okay.
Ronnie, he's got 5-handed hand jobs, bro.
yes,
this
sir.
game actually, this
Forehand?
game
Okay.
definitely has like the strongest waifus of any Souls like.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay, you
Strongest
people.
waifus of Souls games. You mean like what?
You people.
Now, hold up. The maidens across every single Souls game, niggas
Yeah,
be
they're pretty
beaten
bad.
off. To
Okay.
every single one of them since Demon Souls.
Is there a giant lady in one?
Western people.
Oh my
baby.
God.
You know, not
What do you
not
mean?
the true.
It's the Japanese
Cute,
people
we're
are
getting
drawing
off
fan
topic.
art
We're going off
and
topic.
hentai. Since
Oh,
Demon
man.
Souls hentai has been drawn for these hoes.
Okay, all right. So you guys said Live Alive's a charity case, but what about Pokemon? Pokemon's a charity case?
No,
No, it's
it isn't.
Pokemon. No.
It's like a
was good.
default slot. for them.
Okay. All right. Actually, you know what? Somebody in the chat said it best. Monarch is the best RPG. That's it.
What?
Nah. But I am.
Whatever.
But I'd rather
That person
take
must have played
out.
less games than Shadow this year. Damn.
Oh man, you calling me out like that? Oh man. But I will say, lack of Star Ocean here is kind of
Oh my gosh.
Kind of
Is
sus.
that good, Shadow? You and Bonnie get on that right now.
Didn't Star Ocean get nominated for something, or am I tripping?
I don't think it got nominated for anything. I'm pretty sure it did.
Did it get nominated for like soundtrack or something? Or score? I don't know.
Listen,
I
Devil.
thought I saw Star Ocean somewhere.
Devil, no rush. You ain't got to be in the rush to get that. Go play like 50 hours.
I'm a big
games.
Star Ocean fan. I was excited for Star Ocean and the Divine Forest, and I'm telling you that game does not deserve to be on here.
Yes, it does.
Did you buy it, Bao?
Yes.
I think Bob, like, okay, if it ran fine,
Drop it
what would be your issues with it if it ran
It
fine?
was the story.
The
for him.
story goes nowhere in 15 hours. There's not
no.
many skills. Characters
man.
have potential, but they're pretty one note and not that interesting.
Oh no,
even
they're
though
not.
can be
They
likable.
definitely are. No, they're definitely interesting. They're definitely likable too.
How you
You
have a
find them interesting,
sci-fi
but not,
series?
Shadow,
with no
you don't think Xenoblade 3 characters are interesting. I'm not sure if I can take
Crazy. He is discrediting you.
I will say that the characters in Star Ocean are just more entertaining. I ain't saying better. I ain't saying I had better
Wild.
character
Wild.
development. I'm just saying entertaining. That's all I'm saying. Okay, relax, people. Okay. Well, I'm mostly just joking
Lord have
about
mercy.
Star Ocean for the most part, but I do think
Lord have mercy.
I do think it's a slept-on game. Like, it's got its issues when it comes to its graphics and models and
Shadow,
whatnot.
is Star Ocean 6 your new favorite Star Ocean?
Lord.
That's a good question. I don't think so. I'm still like I think I'm only saying till the end of time for nostalgia at this point. That's the only reason I'm saying till the end
So
of time.
Star Ocean is batting 1 for 6 right now.
Oh my god.
Okay.
But nah. I'm pretty sure it'll be better than Xenoblade when I finally get around to getting back into Xenoblade. But yeah, I think this whole category is actually pretty good, strong contenders. But I'm pretty sure Elden Ring's gonna take it easily.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's it for the most part. Do we have anything else we gotta talk about, or are we good to
There's a
go?
super chat real quick
go ahead.
from Sebastian saying replace Star Ocean 6 with Elden Ring or Live Alive.
I mean, they're already
come
there.
on. Don't disrespect Star Ocean 6 like that. Doesn't deserve it. So yeah, I think that's a podcast. We haven't got no other topics. We can start with these outros.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bob.
Thank you, everyone, coming out to another HPMP podcast. This man Shadow really put Star Ocean gameplay on the
Yes,
screen.
sir.
Like,
Yes, I had to
ship
do that.
anyone's
Gotta
opinion.
respect. Gotta respect Star Ocean. All right.
Lord
All right. Put
have
some respect
mercy.
on that game. All right. All right, go ahead.
We thank you. You should try Star Ocean, the demo, and then you'll probably. Yes, you know, I'm not even going to finish that. Just try Star Ocean, the demo, and look at Shadow's gameplay here and see why that. Even though Shadow may like a game, he is not the JRPG god he claims to be.
Oh my
you guys
god! Listen, man, just because my PC is better than yours and can run this game no problem,
Wow.
it doesn't,
What do you
doesn't
have
make
in
it my
yours
problem.
again?
All right.
What graphics card do you have?
I don't
sir?
even have that. I think you have a better graphics card than me. I have a 3060,
Exactly, 3070 Ti. Get on my level.
and it still can't run this game.
That gold
It
chain
can't run
gaming.
this. It can't run this
You
game
see,
good for
this is
you.
how
What's the problem?
you see what these PC niggas waving they PC cocks? My cock is bigger than yours. Like, hey, dude, calm down.
And for some reason, his rig can't seem to run this game. I don't know what's going on there.
So we were offline when I explained this. Even if you put the game on low, the settings, like the frame, stay the same. So it's not a performance thing.
Yeah, sure.
Not over here like, not on my PC.
Nah, my PC is running just fine. It's got a little bit of hiccups here and there, and some areas bring the game to its knees, but we're not in those areas for too long, so it doesn't even really matter. Who else? Devil, go ahead with your outro, man.
Yeah. So yeah, that TSG Riku, crazy, right? How it varies. But
Crazy.
yeah. Anyways, thanks for having me, guys. It's been a great episode. Game of the year, y'all vote on it. Best JRPG, of course, it's Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Did you vote for Elden Ring Best JRPG?
That's best narrative, but we're not
Look
gonna
at
get
this,
into that.
man. Look at it.
narrative.
Wait, you
Oh my
what?
gosh.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's
Yes.
even worse.
Oh my gosh, that Elden Ring
But
narrative
yeah,
is
vote-
such ass.
It's a democracy. Y'all vote on what you want. Xenoblade, Elden Ring, God of War. If you're on PlayStation, if you have a Switch, you're fine. You get all the best games. If you're on Xbox, I don't know what y'all
You
play.
can play Persona 5 now.
But we played that 5 years ago. But if you want to play a
Xbox
5-year-old
games
game,
don't play
enjoy
games.
your 5-year-old game, which
Xbox
is
is gonna play games. You know that.
Didn't you go back and play Metal Gear Rising this year
Great.
it's not important.
on your
Play.
Xbox?
Great.
It's not important. Anyway, y'all enjoy the rest of the evening. Enjoy that Pokemon and Professor Sada, best Pokemon waifu.
Oh, here we go. Oh, no.
Anyway, y'all have a good night.
Blake.
It has been that time. Special thank you to everybody for coming out. We had a good podcast tonight. Not gonna lie, definitely thought there wasn't gonna be one. That boy Shadow whipped his cock out on the table last minute and said there's gonna be one, and we all started licking it up. So anyway, it's gonna be another episode. 2 weeks from now is like the last weekend before Crisis Core, and I am picking that up and streaming that day one for anybody interested in that. Right now we are currently streaming Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. After that, I'm probably just going to stream Odd Things until Crisis Core comes out, because I don't want to commit to anything before Crisis Core, because that's probably going to be a... How long's the original? 20, 30 hours probably for...
20, probably 30.
Okay, so remake, combat difficulty scaling, 60 FPS. It'll probably be like 40 hours maximum maybe for a stream playthrough of that game. So it's going to be hefty, but I'm looking forward to it. Really like the original FF7, and then after Crisis Core, we'll go finally play Remake. I have not touched it, but I will be playing it after Crisis Core.
All right. Riku?
Riku's on one, the only one. Thank you everyone for coming out. I think we had a pretty good episode. You guys tell us in the comment section below. We will see you on the next episode, whenever the fuck that is.
So we're at 69 likes on my screen right now. Nice.
Oh wow, nice. Q?
Yeah, it was your husband of dreams here. We had a good episode, I think. Good talk about Pokemon. It's finally good to say good things about Pokemon again. So that's actually pretty nice. And yeah, hope you guys are back in the next one.
Okay, and Greatness?
Thanks for having me on. Hope everyone has themselves a happy holidays. There technically actually was a topic we missed. It was that whole Final Fantasy 16 controversy, but I don't know if you want to talk about it, Shadow.
What Final Fantasy 16 controversy?
Black people.
Oh, the race thing.
No blacks in my Final.
Oh my God. What?
Oh,
That's not what he said. But yeah, that was the topic. But yeah. Hope everyone has themselves a great night. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. And you guys know me. Wait, did I miss anybody? I got everybody, right? Okay, yeah, I got everybody. You know, Pelvic wasn't here. Okay. So yeah, that's it. We'll see you guys in hopefully 2 weeks. We'll see what happens. And hopefully by then I'll probably have a video on Star Ocean about on the channel.
When's the Xenoblade video coming?
Oh man.
Never.
I don't know about all that. But all right. We'll catch you guys in 2 weeks, hopefully. Peace.
Deuces, people.
Peace out,
Yeah.
people.
Monarch sucks.
That's so random.
I mean, I don't have the strength to defend that, so he got it.
That feels like an eternity ago. It feels like last year's game.
You know what? You're right. It does feel like a last year game.
It was like so long ago. I don't remember.
Ah man, that game just needed a bigger budget.
Are we officially in the After Dark?
I don't think
Are
we
we?
are.
Minus Thunder times.
Riku, are you about to say what I think you're about to say?
Yeah,
No
yeah,
blacks.
still
That's-
some
Oh wow.
Riku-san smut.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Wait, what did you say, Devil?
This is some Riku-san smut.
Oh, no. I mean, technically, kind of. But Blake said when we were on his stream, I was going to go into something